Good morning, Raptor Fix Lexiot's here, and it's very early Tuesday morning, and we're going to do watch along today for Canada versus Australia, the second game for senior men's basketball team of Canada against Australia's team. Australia beating Spain in their first matchup, and Canada beating Greece in their first matchup. Of course, Greece and Spain have played already today, and Greece has lost to Spain. Spain now 1-1, and Greece 0-2. So yeah, that's the early results from the early game already today in Spain, in France. 84-77 for Spain. Santi Aldama leading the Spanish team to a victory over the Greek team. So yeah, Olympic coverage and Olympic games already going on in the middle of the night, and we're going to be the second game of the day. Australia versus Canada starts at around 7:30. So we've got about 15 minutes to do normal business on this channel. So I just want to say good morning and wake up, sunshine. Wow! Let's go, Canada. That's right, SGA. Let's go. All right, let me do some stuff. I'll talk about first. We'll do the chat. Cowboys in first this morning. Good to see Cowboy up this early. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. Let's go, Canada, our home and native land. True patriot love to get up so early to watch them play. That's right. He's saying he's calling it today that Jamal Murray will go for 20 plus points today. I'd like to see that. There's an interesting Jordy quote yesterday coming out of Jordy Fernandez's mouth. And basically he said this. He said, I'm very happy with Jamal Murray. He's a game changer. He's a guy that can be a nightmare for everybody. Right now, he's had a limitation where he almost got to 19 minutes. He will be the best version of himself at the right time. So Jordy admitting that Jamal is limited right now, and that he expects him to round into form over the course of this Olympic group play, and hopefully maybe he's rounding into it today, just like Cowboys saying. Jamal Murray for 20. All right, Bradley, we'll see. And by the way, guys, if you want to call Bradley, he's at Tada 647-833-6844. Tada Cleaning Service Inc. Franchise is available. That's right. Bradley is out there in the field, and he can help you out. Trevor J's here, the commissioner of fun. Trevor J is in the house. Good morning, Raptors family. The greatest gift you can give someone is your time, because when you're giving someone your time, you're giving them a portion of your life that you'll never get back. Jeez Louise. Well, I've got a lot of hours on this channel, Trevor. I can never, ever get them back. But they're there for posterity's sake. I don't know. Maybe I should archive my stuff. Maybe it's like that's the deeper levels of like membership. If you really want to see the really old, crazy early Raptor Streak streams, well, you're going to have to be a certain level of subscriber. I don't know. That's a lot of time, man. You're making me think about all the time I spent on this channel in the last 3 years. Yikes. That's like 2 hours on average every day. I'm giving that time, guys. Giving that time. I appreciate you, Trevor J. And he's got the lineup set up with Jamal, SGA, Lou Getz, RJ, Kelly, Dylan, and Andrew. Let's dominate by 30 points. Yeah, point differential is going to matter. Listen, this is the thing. In some ways, it won't, because if we straight up beat Australia today, we'll be the only team in our group that is undefeated, because Spain and Greece are both, Spain's 1-1 and Greece is 0-2 and Australia is 1-0. But if we beat them today, they'll be 1-1 also, and we'll be the only 2-0 team in our group. So that would mean that we're probably going to go to the next stage of the Olympics competition. So I would say this: just win and you're in, Canada. But point differential could matter on the seeding in the next group round about which part you're going to be in and who the matchups are. So in some ways, winning by a certain amount does really, really matter. So we'll have to see how it goes. All right. I know there's not very many people in here, but we're going to do the classic card of the day. It's going to be a little bit we'll see. Maybe I'll get an easy card, and then it won't be a big deal. Who is that? I can't even read that. Oh yeah, that. All right, we'll do this one. All right, here's the classic card of the day, guys. Don't half-ass the answer. Write in the full name, and let's see if you know who this is. I could even show the name because it's written in such small font that you may get it anyway. But here it is. Don't half-ass me. Let's see. It's very shiny. Can you see through the shine? Can you see one particular attribute about this man that might give it away right there? There's one particular attribute on this card. It may be shiny. It may be hard to see. But if you can see that one attribute, you get it. Yeah, Stargate's getting it today. That is a James Harden card. He saw the beard, and he knew this was a James Harden card right away. Got game. Look at how shiny it is. It's really crazy. Of course, it's a James Harden Houston card. Like trying to find the meaning of life or learning the federal tax code. There are no easy answers for how to guard Harden. The scoring sensation somehow always finds a way to get his shot off, no matter how many defenders try to chase him from his spot. Not only that, he is a master of drawing contact and earning trips to the line. I don't know if you call that masterful or a master. Maybe a cheap flop artist. But yeah, there you go. James Harden is the classic card of the day. Good job by Stargate. Nailing the classic card. I'm going to give you 50 points for this one. This is not that hard. In fact, I could have just shown this little section in the middle with the beard, and you probably would have gotten it. The beard will give it away every time for James. All right, but Stargate's on the board for classic card total. I'm going to go ahead and mark it in now. Why not? So, yeah, I've got a visual on my screen, but I don't know. There's no it's not game time yet, so we'll just kibitz and talk some more. James Harden. Write it in and put in Stargate. The beard. Weird beard. The weird beard. All right, Cowboys saying right on Spain. So he's happy that Spain did that. All right, I've got visuals of Team Canada coming up off the bus. I see, and there's also who is that? Is that Australia? Yeah, that is Australia. So I was looking at Australia's team last night, and they have 9 NBA players currently. They have, of course, a 10th player that was in the NBA, Matthew Dellavedova. So they do have quite a stacked NBA team as far as how many NBA players there are on their team. So 9 NBA players to our 10 NBA players on Canada. And, of course, the stalwarts for Team Australia these days are Josh Giddey, Patty Mills, Jock Landell, Dyson Daniels, people like that. So, yeah, we got to be careful. These guys are dangerous. In some ways, their strengths are shooting. They're good NBA level shooting. So we got to make sure we get to their shooters. In some ways, they don't have a lot of size up front. Maybe we can be pretty equal there in this game. But we really, really do need to watch out for Patty Mills. We need to watch out for things. And if we could just annoy Josh Giddey with Dylan Brooks, we'd probably be all right. We'll probably be all right. So, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Master of the step to the side travel. That's right, Stargate. I want to give you a dunk for that one. You're going to win the classic card, and you insulted the classic card subject. So you're going to get a dunk for that also. I love it. I love it. I love it. Good job, Stargate. Making me smile. Dissing my birthday buddy, James Harden. Cowboys laughing about it too. Dana's here. Canadian Dana is up early. Her Canadian is showing because she's up early. Let's go, Canada. Team Canada symbols all over the place. Love to see Dana in the chat. And Trevor's saying RJ's billboard poster at Eaton Center. What a beautiful billboard shot. Yeah, this is beautiful. They had this come up on RJ's Instagram last night. He took a picture, or somebody took a picture because he's not there. RJ's got a huge billboard advertisement above the Eaton Center. That's a prime location for advertising. And it's like a 3-story, 4-story advertisement. Now, I know RJ played for the Knicks, and that was a big deal. And he's probably had his face up in Times Square. But still, if you're from Toronto and you want to know that you made it, if you're on a huge advertisement in Dundas Square in the middle of all that craziness here in Toronto, you made it. And in some ways, it hits a little harder for RJ Barrett that he is on a huge advertisement for Puma outside the Eaton Center right now. That in some ways, he's probably been up on Times Square. That's New York. He grew up here. He's a 905 kid. And him seeing his advertisement on the Eaton Center like that, that's got to mean something. It's got to pinch yourself. Pinch yourself, RJ Barrett, is what I would say right there. Yeah, what's Australia's record? They're 1-0. They are undefeated. We're undefeated. Both teams 1-0. Let's see what happens, Cowboy. That's right. He's got the lineup out there. I'm just around the corner. I'll check you out. Check it out. Let's go. I'm just around the corner. I'll check it out. Let's go. What do you mean? You're out around the corner from my house? You should come by and say hi. If you're around the corner from me out here in Georgina, you should definitely get up with me, Cowboy. We'll text each other after the game. All right, here we go. We see the guys lining up. I see RJ Barrett, who we were just talking about just now. Now, guys, I'm going to try and keep up with y'all's comments since it's early. It should be easier. But just so y'all know, if you guys go too crazy in the comments during the game, and a lot of it is just about the game, I may not read all the comments just because it's awkward. So, yeah. Cowboys saying, who did Australia beat? You're at the Eaton Center. Oh, you're at the Eaton Center. That makes more sense. They beat Spain. So Australia's beaten Spain. Spain's beaten Greece. We've beaten Greece. And that's basically how it is right there. Yeah, they're a good team. They've got a couple of 7-footers, but really, it's an interesting team. They've got the mix with the old and the young of Australia. Of course, you got the old with Patty Mills and Joe Ingles. And you got the young with people like Dyson Daniels and whatchamacallit, the kid for Charlotte Hornets, Green. He's a youngster too. Yeah. Cowboy, go check out that poster of RJ Barrett. It's over the traditional entrance to the Eaton Center at Dundas and Young. And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And RJ's put it on blast on his Instagram also. Yeah. Fiercey is here. Good morning, fam, and happy game day. Go Team Canada. They're singing the anthem for the Boomers of Australia right now. We see some Australia fans on the TV screen. And there's Patty Mills singing with Josh and Dyson. And the young Australian players are coming up. We just like us. We got young and old. Really is a team that's very much like us. This Australian Australian senior men's team is very much like the Canadian team. There's Dylan staring them down once again. It's interesting that they stand in this order because this is the way they stood. And Kem's talking to Dylan, but Dylan's ignoring him. Come on, Kem, don't bust up Dylan's stare. Even though, why is he staring the other way? The team's behind you. Shouldn't he stare the other way? I don't know. Does it work as well if Dylan's staring away from the team they're about to face? They're playing the anthem now. Let's get all patriotic real quick. Let me take my hat off. You guys can see how bald I am real quick. There's Jamal Murray singing "Oh Canada." Lou Dort with his eyes closed, doing a little prayer, getting ready for the game. We know Lou Getz will be ready for this. There's the great maple leaf flag held by a gentleman over there with the Canada tank top on. That's right. Jamal searching his feelings. Think about what it means. Play for Canada, kid from Kitchener. Think about what it means. And go nuclear. Go nuclear's Jordy Fernandez. Of course, the Canada guys, they went and watched the women's team play yesterday. So we saw RJ and his dad and Jordy Fernandez and Lugetz sitting in the crowd, taking in the women's, the senior women's basketball team. And there they are. They're clapping after the anthem. The Canada team's fired up. There's the assistant coaches. And now they're going to the bench. And there's a bunch of handshakes between Australia and Canada. The goodwill of the Olympic Games. Right in front of it, exchanging gifts, smiles, and handshakes. You love to see that spirit. That's what it was all about from the beginning. And Greece, even though you originate these games, y'all need to chill out in your comment sections. You just need to chill out, Greece. Don't get so upset. You better be coming with that same energy towards Spain right now. Greek fans is all I got to say about this. Yeah. You better be coming at them like that. Yeah, let's go. All right, let's see who else is here. Angry Mexicans come in for the early show. What's up, Raptor Street? What's up, Angry Mexican? What's up, my guy? Let's see. We got the referees. They're showing them right now. We've got a French referee. Johan Rosso is the crew chief today. Johnny Batista is once again refereeing us as one of the umpires. And Kato Takaki of Japan is the third umpire today. So, yeah, Johnny Batista, 2 games in a row for Team Canada in Olympics. And a French crew chief today. That's a little dubious. But always good to see our friend Angry Mexican checking in from Charlotte Hornets Fan Nation. He's going to watch the game with us today. That's cool. Yeah, yeah. Cowboys saying, let's go, Dylan. Lock Giddy down. I'm all about it. The starting lineup for Australia is Dyson Daniels, Josh Giddey, Patty Mills, Jock Landell, and Nick Kay. Nick Kay, the only non-NBA player in their starting lineup. Of course, Dyson Daniels, the very tall point guard. That's going to be an interesting matchup, Daniels and Gilgeous Alexander. But yeah, their three-guard lineup, Giddey's really kind of the small forward. And Landell, the big man, had a really big game against Spain the other day. So in some ways, we got to contain him. Dwight Powell's got a good thing on his good task for himself. There's our starting lineup. Lugette's once again starting over Jamal Murray, SGA, Dwight Powell in the center, RJ Barrett and Dylan Brooks at the forwards. So yeah, we're going to continue to have the same lineup. And Jamal is not up to speed yet to be a starter for Team Canada at this point still right now. Yeah, it's Dylan time, baby. Let's go, Dana. Dylan's letting him know he's crazy like that. Yeah, we're a little crazy. Canada, a little cray. Lil Cray. Yeah, Lil Cray. Fiercely saying Dylan is getting into his villain persona, channeling his role. That's right. He's got to get into the mindset of the villain. Evil laugh. That's right. The villain. Alley-oop to Dana. All right. You know I don't need to be doing too many alley-oops because I'm going to be doing double duty, but we will give Dana one before we get started here. Dana, you're at 30 dunks. You got the Del Curry 30, the papa of Steph Curry. You got that Curry 30. That's right. And Cowboys laughing, and there's Cowboy with RJ on blast. I love it. Angry Mexican saying, I'm hanging on to the last couple of threads of hair I got left, Cowboy. There you go. Hey, we all maybe around the same age. There's RJ banging the ball on the floor in front of Batista, the ref. Yeah, RJ making sure it's good and inflated. Bang, 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 bang. It better be inflated good. Bang, 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 bang. All right, there's Jock Landell looking like a long-lost Australian Paul brother. Which one of you Pauls are you, Logan or Jake? Yeah, I'm going to insult them a little bit. So it'll be Powell jumping versus Landell to start the game very shortly. We're right on time. Let's see how things go today. Let's go, Canada. Let's go. Let's go, Canada. Jump ball. Dwight Powell tips it to RJ Barrett, and SGA wearing the pink shoes will set it up. Here we go. He's got Daniels hounding him right at the half-court line. Dort gives him some breathing room. Back over to Dort, swung, and he takes the three, and he's just off. Nice box out by Landell on Powell to not get the offensive rebound. So Australia's coming back the other way after the first miss of the game by Canada. Let's see. Going down the lane. It's out. And then out to Giddey for three at the top. He's off. He misses. But there's a hold foul, it looks like, on Gilgeous Alexander. That's unfortunate. That's a cheap foul. You don't want to get dumb fouls like that. But, Shea was down low, and he had to stop the offensive rebound and put back. So in some ways, a cheap foul right away. A one on Gilgeous Alexander right off the bat. Patty Mills inbounding it under the Australian basket. He's over, and they swing it to Giddey. Giddey has got Dylan Brooks on him, as we called. Let's see how he stymies him. And then we got it's back out to number 13. I believe that's Giddey down the lane will get the first shot in. A little teardrop, a drop-off from his big man, Nick Kay. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. All right, SGA coming back the other way. Let's see if Canada can get their first points on the board on this trip down the court. Lugette's working against Patty Mills, and he stepped out of bounds. That's too bad. They've got to tighten up. Lugette's missing his first shot and then stepping out of bounds. Jordy doesn't like it. Jordy doesn't like the start. He's looking a little perturbed to start. It's real early, though, just a minute off the clock and only 2 points on the board. Australia working now. Let's see. This is Dyson Daniels versus Gilgeous Alexander. They swing it over to Landell, who gives it back to Patty Mills. Patty Mills at the top of the key, and he shoots, and it's off the front of the rim, and Dwight Powell gets the rebound. Coming back the other way, RJ Barrett casually dribbling up. He's got Daniels on him right now. SGA with Nick Kay guarding him right now. The power forward on the point guard. That is a mismatch. And SGA shakes him off and does a beautiful NBA move. Once again, isolation NBA play by SGA has been top-notch. And, well, he gets his defender away from him, gets some room, and then he nails the shot. 2-2. Tie game at this point. Giddey's getting free, and boom, there's a block by SGA at the basket. And he's a little hyped up. from blocking his former Thunder teammate who just went to the Chicago Bulls this summer. Gotta wonder the smack talk between the Thunder guys with Giddey is going to be interesting today. Yeah, I don't think that's a foul. I think that's very, very clean block. Maybe he swung across the face with his arm, but they're going. What are they doing? They're putting Giddey on the line. What the fuck is this? Seriously, I don't think that's a foul. I thought that was a clean block. SGA a little upset. Yeah, he's got 2 quick fouls and he's already on the bench. That's interesting. SGA getting 2 fouls within 2 minutes of the game, and he's already out. Giddey makes the first free throw, but misses the second one. It's 3-2 for Australia. Some foul trouble for our SGA already, and Nebhart's going to come in for him. So let's see. Powell's got the ball. He gives it to Dort. Dort is working with Powell, and then he gets it to Nebhart. Nebhart for a long three. It looked good. It was just a little short off the front of the rim, and Landell gets the rebound. Here comes Giddey. Giddey's trying to set up Landell, and it's a kickball by Dwight Powell. Dylan Brooks ain't going to give Jock Landell easy position. So don't try and do that, Australia, because we ain't going to let you have anything easy. The defensive energy and scrappiness of Canada will win this game for them. They have to be a shit disturber. They have to be disrupting everything, deflecting everything, not letting Australia do anything easy. Just like that. That may have been a very easy layup by Nick Kay if that pass had gotten through that Giddey just tried to throw. But Dwight hit his arm up and he deflected it out. So he broke it up, and that's perfect. So keep playing like that, Canada. Keep playing like that. That scrappiness. Inbounds from Patty Mills to Giddey. He gives it back to Patty. He's at the top. There's a Landell three from outside. He's off, and RJ chases it down in the corner. The RJ Barrett of the Toronto Raptors coming down the court at this point, gives it to Lou Dort at the top of the key. He takes a quick three. He nails this one. Thank goodness Luguez Dort has found his shot. Now it's Canada in the lead, 5-3, 7:23 to go in the first quarter. Here we go. Patty Mills working against Andrew Nebhart. He dribbles him off, and then he elevates. Patty Mills is something else in FIBA competition. Nailing the three right there. He is a dangerous weapon. So we really need to watch out for the veteran, old-time skills and leadership. He tried to fall down and get a foul, but there's no call. It's a little chaotic out there. Luguez step in. Now RJ will take it from the top, and he nails that three. He was chomping at the bit to get somebody to pass it to him because he wanted to take that three and nail it, and he did. Canada up 8-6 now. Yeah, let's see. Nebhart's guarding Daniels on the post, and Daniels takes it to him and puts it up over him. Stronger point guard, and Dyson Daniels taking it to Andrew Nebhart. The two young players from the NBA battling today in Olympic competition. Dylan Brooks working it around. Dwight Powell, RJ Barrett to Nebhart. Nebhart looked at the long shot, but he took one already, and it's not dialed in. So he's going to dribble around inside, and he's going to find a little room. It looked like a good shot, but it goes off the rim. Josh Giddey with the rebound, coming back the other way. Nick Kay over to Jock Landell down low, and RJ's got to guard him in the post. Let's see how RJ's post defense is here. Landell goes up and over him in a very patient, methodical way and gives the lead to Australia, 10-8, 2-point lead for Australia. Good competitive game so far. Canada not as good as they were against Greece right now, but they're going to turn it on. Luguez with a long three. He misses, but Nebhart gets the rebound. Now he's working. He's looking. There's Dylan. He wants to give it to Dylan Brooks for three. Dylan looked pretty good, but he didn't get a full follow-through on his three, and it's off the rim. And now Australia is coming back the other way. We got Jock Landell working around to Giddey. Giddey's coming in with the switch. Dwight Powell is on him now. He shoots the three over him, and he nails it. So Australia's making their threes pretty good so far. This is not good. We need them to be shooting a poor percentage. 8-13, 5-point lead for Australia right now. A dumb foul by Dyson Daniels, and Canada will be inbounding the ball right here. Yeah, 5-point lead early for Australia in the first. They've been getting good outside shots to go in, and they've even gotten a little bit of inside with Jock Landell taking it to RJ Barrett in the one of the last possessions. So, yeah, Kay's going to sit down, and who knows who they're bringing in. They're probably bringing in some NBA player. Joe Ingles talking to Josh Giddey, giving him a bit of advice. RJ gives it to Dylan Brooks, and Dylan takes the three and nails it. Nothing but net. Dylan Brooks fighting for Canada, bringing it back. Some very nice articles on Dylan Brooks written by Canadian sports writers and how important how he is in this FIBA competition. So here we go. It's a 2-point game now. Oh, and there's a lay-in by the newly inserted player. Who is that, number 11? But he makes it. So it's back to a 4-point lead for Australia. 6 of 9 from the field so far for Australia. They're scorching to start. And that is a stat we need them to go down on and not be so good. There's Dylan going right down the lane like a freight train, and they're going to call a foul on Australia. Dylan making sure he gets that contact. He's going to the line. McVeigh is the player who came in. He's one of the non-NBA players, I believe. Or maybe, no, this is the kid who's signed to a two-way with the Houston Rockets, actually. He just signed last week. McVeigh, he's not a young player, but they liked him so much, I guess, that the Rockets have signed McVeigh to a two-way contract. So he's actually in the NBA at this point. Dylan Brooks at the line. Let's see if he can make this. We've got some substitutions for Canada. The first shot is in. Dylan Brooks, perfect at the line so far. It's Jamal Murray and Trey Lyles who came into the game. Let's see what happens with the second shot here. Can Dylan close the lead for Australia? Yes, he can. It's only a 2-point game now. 15-13, 4.5 to go in the first. Australia up on Canada currently. Yeah, let's see what happens here. Trey Lyles on Jock Landell on the outside. Now they give it over to McVeigh. McVeigh kicks it out, and they're dribbling all crazy all over the place, Australia. They're trying to be chaotic. That's right. There's a shot. Trey Lyles guards it pretty well, but the man makes it over him. Who is that? Number 11. I believe that's Green. So, yeah, that is, we got to stop Australia from making shots, guys. Come on now. Oh, that's Exum. My bad. That's Dante Exum. Dante Exum has been hurt, and he's returned to the Australia team in the last week or so. So, yeah, making that nice shot over the outstretched arm of Trey Lyles on the baseline. That's a very tough shot. So, yeah, Australia's going to put in some more reserves. And, well, here we go. They're inbounding the ball. Let's see if Canada can be a shit disturber. Looks like Nikel's coming up off the bench to come in next for Canada. Let's see. They're passing it around, trying to do stuff. Patty Mills stumbles. He shoots the ball up over Jamal Murray and makes it. Yeah, Patty Mills is something else. His age does not matter here. His age is something that's not going to hurt him like it may hurt him in the NBA because he is a top-notch FIBA guard. Patty Mills of Australia. There's a nice quick pass by Nebhard to Lyles who gets a shot to go in the lane. So Canada has got to keep up the pace. If Australia is not going to be stopped on their scoring, you guys need to score. So 19-15, 4-point lead. Lugetz gets a dumb foul, it looks like, and they're going to go to the line, Australia. Yeah, I don't think our Thunder guys are very happy about the call so far in this game. And Lugetz is saying that he cleared out with his arm. He's going to go sit down, and Alexander Walker will take his place. 3:19 to go, 19-15 for Australia so far. Jordy is stern and calling out. There's no free throws. They inbound the ball. Exum's going out of bounds. He saves it and throws it over. And, Canada's trying to get to the spot. Patty Mills misses that three. Coming back the other way, Andrew Nebhard off the rebound. Let's see if he can take him off the dribble. He's going to the lane. He hangs. It's a good shot. He gets fouled, but he doesn't make it. Yeah, that was a good move by Andrew Nebhard. Getting a little stutter step, a little hezzy, and getting room, but not making the shot, but getting the foul also. The contact and, right across the arm. He's got him tied up. McKay. Yeah, I believe he's one of the guys who's not NBA. So Nebhard at the line. Let's see if young Andrew can make these free throws and help Canada out. There's the first one. Nice and professional looking. Nice, easy stroke. Nice fundamentals right through the hoop. So now 3-point lead for Australia. Number 19, Andrew Nebhard. And the second shot is good too. So now it's only a 2-point lead. 17-19 for Australia right now. Yeah, and they've got Josh Giddey, Josh Green. Giddey comes flying down the lane and makes an easy layup real quick. See, we got to do better on defense, and I'm sure Jordy's going to tell these guys this. There's a little bit of a defensive drop-off between the starters and the bench for Team Canada. So let's see what happens here. Andrew Nebhard working against Australia. He gets to Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles is trying to do a post move. He's falling. He throws it up over his head. to try and make a shot and get a 3-point play. Looks like he'll go to the line, so he'll shoot free throws. So hopefully he can close the gap some more. But yeah, that's way too easy. Giddy just dribbling right down the lane, a nice little screen in the lane by the big man, and boom, easy points for number 3 for Australia, Josh Giddy. Trey Lyles shooting the free throws, 2.5 to go in the first quarter. Let's see what happens here. Trey Lyles misses the first free throw. Yikes. Yeah, you got to make these, my man. This is Olympics. You got to get every point you can, Trey Lyles. Come on now. Canada needs you. You're doing this for your country, my guy. I like the Canada jerseys today. The black is okay if it's in the lettering. I will say that right now. There's been a couple of Canada jerseys they've worn that I've not been a fan of, but the ones that they're wearing today are good. All right, let's see. They're still attacking the basket. Australia getting penetration. Giddy at the top with the Lyles guarding him. And that's pretty good defense, but Giddy does a nice little move and makes it still. So, yeah, 23-18, 5-point lead for Australia. 2 minutes to go in the first. Nebhart working into the lane, gets it out to Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And now Jamal Murray has the ball in his hand. Back out to Nebhart at the top of the key, and he nails a 3 right in the defender's face. That'll help things along right there. 2-point lead now for Australia. Canada showing some fight right there through Andrew Nebhart. Nice, beautiful behind the back pass by Giddy, but the shot is so short and easily offensive rebounded by Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray here with Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles are trying to set up in the post against smaller players on Australia. It's an interesting strategy. Dylan Brooks gets the loose ball. Back to Dylan in the lane. You know he's going to go up with it in the lane and make it, and he's flexing. He's flexing. Probably should have been a 3-point play. Now he's bullying Giddy, and he's fired up. So he gets a foul. This is what he does. This is what he does. Yes, Dylan. Yes, he gets a shot right by the basket. And then he stands there and he lets Giddy just run into him with his face and his head. And he doesn't get out of the way. And Giddy hits him in the arm with his arm, too. That's beautiful. Look at Dylan Brooks just really getting in Giddy's face and drawing the offensive foul. He's the man. He is the man. That's right. He's talking trash. He's fired up. He made that shot. He got real fired up after that shot. So he's like, I'm going to get you to foul me. It's so good. It's so good. Okay, wait. Did he get the foul or they call it on Dylan? They called it on Dylan. My bad. It looked like Josh should have gotten it because he hit him in the face. So here we go. Josh Giddy giving it to Landell, and good defense by Lyles, even though he fouled him, to make sure they didn't get the easy basket. He got on his back, and I don't blame him. He should have got on his back right there. Let's see. Fiercey saying, hi, Cowboy. So SGA are already in foul trouble. That's right. SGA is already in foul trouble. Yeah, Butt Dial's here. Good to see Kareem. We need to lock on defense. Let's go. Yes, I agree with you, Fiercey. Tied game currently, 23-23. Jock Landell is at the line. Let's see what happens here. He misses the first one. Of course, Jock Landell, NBA player. I believe he plays for the Phoenix Suns. I'm not even totally sure who he plays for right now. Yeah, Kareem's saying five threes from 5 different Canadians. We hot. Yeah, I don't know. You may be ahead of me. I haven't seen that many threes for us. So, all right, let's see. Nebhart working the ball down the other way. Let's see what happens here as far as things. Here we go. Come on. Let's see Jamal Murray get something going here. Here we go. Is that the one right there? There it is. Beautiful and nice. Jamal Murray taking the lead for Canada up by 2, 26-24 off that 3-pointer. So there's the 5 threes. It's Lugetz, Dylan, RJ, Andrew, and Jamal is the 5. All right, there's a turnaround shot on the baseline by Giddy, but it's offensive rebounded by Landell. Landell comes back up and over with it with a nice little easy shot in the lane. So tie game, 45 seconds to go in the first. Let's see what happens here. Nickeil going down the lane. He gets it over to Trey Lyles, who shoots a 3 in the corner. He misses. Dwight Powell gets the offensive rebound, though. Nickeil Alexander-Walker's attacking now. And maybe because his cousin is out with foul trouble, Nickeil might have to step up his scoring in this game. We'll have to see. Let's see. All right, there's Australia getting the lane. Dyson Daniels, a whirling dervish, and lays it up and in. Number 1 for Australia, Dyson Daniels. Taking the lead for Australia. Let's see. 15 seconds to go in the first quarter. Can Canada answer, either taking the lead or tying it up here? Let's see what happens. Nebhart dribbles, elevates, fakes on Dyson. He doesn't get a foul call. and the shot is lost, and Giddy's running back the other way trying to throw it in. No shot made there. So yeah, Australia's leading by 2 after one. The first quarter of this game. Yeah, one. Yeah, that's right. But I was saying, shit, if I'm ahead, I won't comment. My bad. It's all good, Kareem. Don't worry about it. I probably won't pay attention to the comments very much other than when we get on breaks. So yeah, 28-26 is the score after one in France at the Olympics. Second game for Canada in the senior men's basketball. Yeah, let's go. Angry Mexican saying, if Giddy played like this in the playoffs, OKC probably goes to the finals. Ah, look at that. Yeah, it's true. It's really weird because the Thunder did really well in the playoffs for a little bit there. And then everybody blamed everything on Giddy for what happened to them. And then he got traded and they feel like he was expendable and part of a liability. So it's very interesting, the story of Josh Giddey with the Thunder in the last 6 months, as far as just how much everybody decided he was the guy who didn't fit and that he didn't make any sense on that team. So he got traded to the Bulls. It's very, very interesting. Very, very interesting stuff. Fiercely saying, I'm also ahead, Lex, and refraining from commenting. All right. Well, I appreciate that, guys, because I am on a delay. That's just part of the reason why I don't want to do watch alongs for anything other than this, is because there's going to be a delay. Part of it has to do with, being in France for this game. Part of it has to do with the fact that I'm not watching it on TSN and, on the cable. I'm watching it on a stream. So, all right, let's see. We're coming back from the timeout. Canada is doing the DAP with our assistant coaches and Jordy, and we're coming back on the court for the second quarter. Only down by 2. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, Cowboys saying, looks like it will be a close game. Let's go, Canada. Yeah, close game so far. SGA will return to start the second, and Kelly Olynyk's in the lineup also for the first time to start the second also. So maybe Kelly would be a good player against the scrappiness of Australia. He could be very helpful in certain situations with his body type in certain ways. So let's see what happens. Australia with the ball, Giddy guarded by Murray, and Lendell has it at this point with Powell hounding him. He's trying to make some room inside. Now out to Patty Mills, who's got Nebhard, who pokes it away and puts it out of bounds. It's still going to be Australia's ball, but that's the stuff we want. Get that, be a shit disturber, Andrew. Knock that ball out of bounds. Next thing you know, you'll knock that ball to Dylan Brooks, and we'll be running the other way. That's the way you do it. Yeah. All right, there's a switch, and Giddy's going to do a fade back 3 with Powell, and that was an amazing shot. I think Angry Mexican might be right. Giddy played like this, they would have gotten further in the playoffs, and maybe SGA was saying something like that to him on the court. Man, why didn't you play like this a couple of months ago? Powell gives the ball to Murray. He's coming around the screen. Let's see, he's got a double on him, but he doesn't care. He's going to try and dribble around. He's going at Giddy. He's going to take a quick 3. It looked like it might have rimmed up and in, but it misses. So Jamal Murray's still not totally dialed in. Dyson Daniels operating with Powell on him now. Let's see what he does. He quick passes it. They're moving it around really quick. Nick Kay and Patty Mills. Australia still keeping the ball off of a shot on an offensive rebound. There's Kay in the corner. That's a miss. Andrew Nebhart coming up the court. He gets it over to SGA. Let's see if SGA can take his old teammate, Josh Giddey, to school. He's backing him down. Let's see what happens. There he is. Turn to the baseline. Nails it right there. Yeah. And I'm sure he gave him some extra sauce, vocal, little auditory extra sauce there after he made that shot over his old teammate. Let's see here. SGA and Giddey. I'm sure they're good friends. It's just all in jest and fun. Nick Kay for 3. Ugly ass shot and very ugly air ball. Kelly's fighting with Jock Lendell, and he wants the points, but he's not going to get them. The referee from Puerto Rico waving off the points after. Yeah, really beautiful spin move on the baseline by SGA over Josh Giddey a couple of possessions ago. Really, really beautiful stuff. And he did say something to him there. Yeah, so the referee's having a little chat with Gilgeous-Alexander, and he's saying thank you to the ref. See, that's the Canadian right there. He's saying thank you. Thank you, referee. Thank you. The Australian coach, very stern, very, very stern, talking some stuff. Let's see, they're inbounding the ball. It's a 3-point lead for Australia right now, 31-28. They're shooting 59% from the field so far. So we got to get their field goal percentage down. Patty Mills takes a shot with Lugetz hitting the floor, and he misses. Jamal Murray coming back the other way. He gets all wild and crazy, but luckily Lugetz gets it back. And he's attacking, and he goes right at Josh Giddey and puts the ball up over at him, and it's going to be a three-point play. Beautiful stuff by Lugetz Dort. That should be a continuation, and it should be 31-30 at this point. Yeah, that's a continuation. You got to give him that. If there's any kind of worry about whether that shot counts, that shot counts. I'm sorry, scorekeeper. So you better put that on there right now. There it is. All right, Lugetz can tie the game. 8 minutes to go in the first half. He takes a very deep breath and gets centered. Let's see how he does here. And he makes the free throw. Good job by Dort to take his time and collect himself to make that tie game. 31-31, under 8 minutes to go. Canada 6 for 7 for free throws right now. Free throws 6 for 7. Oh, really good play. That's Canada ball. They overthrew it out of bounds. Australia with a poor unforced turnover. Yeah, Dwight Powell doing a good job of fronting the Australian defender, and then they tried to lob it over him, and he couldn't get there, and the ball went out of bounds. So yeah, that's the first turnover for Australia, amazingly, in this game so far. All right, let's see what Jamal Murray can get going finally. He's working with SGA. SGA's got Patty Mills on his back. He wants to do something, but that may be tough because he's a veteran, but he's going to try and use his height on him. He's looking. He's in the lane. He may be in there too long. He makes it. Really nice patience by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He really, really was patient there, and that's just a top-notch player in the world right there. Beautiful. So Canada takes the lead by 2, 33-31. Let's see. We got Nick Cave working to Josh Giddey. Josh Giddey's got Lou Dort on him now, his former teammate from the Thunder. And there's Dyson Daniels does a little dribble. He tries to take the three. It looked like it was going to go in, but Kelly and Dwight are working on the rebounds, and somehow, some way, SGA gets it, and he's going to get it to Jamal Murray in the corner. He's going to shoot it. He doesn't make it, though. Hand in his face from Giddey. And Kelly Olynyk strips the ball from Jock Landale, but I think they're going to call a foul on Olynyk, the Toronto Raptor, raptoring the ball out of Jock's hands after the rebound. But yeah, this beautiful play by SGA using his pivot foot really well to get a room away from Patty Mills, going kind of up and under. Very, very interesting old school move. Canada in the lead, and it looks like we got a stoppage of play. Under 7 minutes to go in the first half here. Good stuff. Yeah, Cowboys saying, Fiercely saying, right, Lex, narratives can switch real quick in the NBA. One day you're highly respected and valued. Next day you're villainized and blamed for team struggles. Yeah, I mean, the NBA is a weird place, man. In some ways, you really do got to watch out for your bag and protect it. And what I mean is your bag is your characteristics, your reputation, and who you are. And, I watched Stunted Growth, and he says, if you get certain things in your bag, it can really stunt your growth. And, Jonte, he figured out a real way to get something stupid in his bag that really stunted his growth forever, because he's now banned from the NBA. So every little thing can matter. When Dylan Brooks is the way he is, it's a risk to an extent, because he could be exiled and maligned and, hurt by the way he is. But because he's so fiery, he's such a good competitor, it makes up for it. So you gotta be careful. There's a balance as a player, and your reputation and different things can take a hit, and it can really hurt your career. So, all right, let's see what's going on here. We're coming back to action, coming out of the timeout. The young Australian players have been stepping up. Daniels and Giddey doing well. RJ's about to come back into the fray. He looks all fresh and ready to play some more. Lou Dort, really, really looking emotional, like he wants to play his ass off for Canada right now. Dwight Powell with a sweaty brow. And the old vet, Patty Mills. And look at, these guys are all pretty sweaty. It's been an intense game so far here. RJ's fresh, though. You're going to see it right here. All right, here we go. Australia inbounding the ball. 6:50 to go in the first half. Let's see what happens on this section of the game. Patty Mills has it now. He's got Lugetz guarding him. There's a pick. He's going to, dump it off to Kay, who gets a really nice, that's really poor interior defense by Kelly and Dwight to not get that guy and stop him from an easy dunk. So the game's tied 33-33. Powell and Olynyk, y'all got to do better. Y'all should know. Y'all should know about that. Yeah, SGA's faking, and then he's going to step, and he comes in, and he throws it in. And what are they calling? What? Why are you going that way, Landell? What do you mean? Is they going to say it's a travel? Is that what the call is? A travel? Or is it a clear out? Let me see. Yeah, that was too easy. That's Kelly Olynyk and Dwight Powell not guarding the basket. Really, really bad. Really, really, really bad defense on that one. So what was the call here? I guess he did travel. So 3 turnovers for Canada now. All right, Australia has the ball and the game is tied. Let's see, 6 minutes to go in the first half. Nick Kay in the lane with a short one, and he's an air ball. Yeah, that's probably why he's not in the NBA. Let's see, Lugette's coming up the other way. RJ with a quick 3, and it looked good, and it's good. It rolled around a lot there. I love to see RJ Barrett getting that 3. It looks like Dylan's ready to come back in the game. Let's see what happens here. A quick pass inside, and is that Dua Reap? Reith is in now, I think, looks like. And yeah, it is him. And he makes the dunk. Do a Reap. Reith, NBA player, he gets us the score for Australia there. Let's see. Come on, Canada. Let's take the lead. Let's make some distance from them. This is going to be a battle. I know it's going to be a battle, but if we can get any kind of point differential and win this game, that would be great. Kelly fakes the shot with Reith on him, and then he shoots it and he misses. It's short. And now Australia chases it down with Exum. Exum's got the ball. He's dribbling against SGA. He goes right down the lane and just lays it in. That's really, really poor defense by Canada. There's been some really bad defense in this quarter in the last little bit, and Jordy's seen enough. He's taking a timeout. 37-35, just over 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Yeah. Kareem saying, I know it's off topic, but watching the Olympics, I want to see the NBA All-Star game between the world versus USA. I know they did it before, but it's one way to have great competition since it's been shit. Yeah, I won't disagree with you. I think that would be fun. I think that would be a lot of fun. I think the WNBA All-Star Weekend that recently happened was really, really good, much better than the NBA one in the last couple of years. And, I don't know. Maybe they need to do that and have the format of FIBA and get FIBA officials and have them do it. One of the things people have been saying the last day is how much they like FIBA basketball more than the NBA product. And people on Twitter have been saying like crazy, can we get a flow to the game like FIBA? Because we're sick of the NBA games flows so bad. And one of the things that people are thinking that it is the officials. They think the NBA officials are so shitty and the FIBA officials are better and that they want better officials. I can't disagree with that. I mean, I've studied this pretty intensely the last couple of years, but also it's partly the NBA rules. They're just really bad. Kevin Durant getting involved in this conversation with Twitter users, asking what's so great about FIBA rules compared to the NBA? Well, he got a lot of responses. All right, Canada's inbounding the ball after the timeout by Jordy Fernandez, Andrew Nebhard, Dylan Brooks, RJ Barrett in the game, along with Dwight Powell and Luguette Stewart. So Kelly comes out. Let's see what happens here. Andrew working around. He gets it to Dwight real quick, and there's a strip by Patty Mills, and Australia has the ball. Dellavedova's in, I believe. Let's see. No, that's not Dellavedova. Anyway, Exum driving in, and Dort gets in between it and steals it. Nebhard coming back to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett going in the lane. He throws it, and they throws it to. Oh, but Dylan gets it back, and he gets it back to RJ. So some really scrappiness by Canada here. And RJ flips it up over the guy. Man, I can't wait to see RJ in Toronto this year. I'm telling you right now, RJ is going to be badass. He ties the game, 37-37. Here we go. Australia is trying to do some fun, fancy dribbling, and Patty Mills loses the ball to Dwight Powell. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Canada, let's take the lead right here. Andrew Nebhard with a quick shot on the elbow, and it's not going to go in, but there's a foul. There's a foul on the big man for Australia, Green, for Josh Green. Actually, he's a guard. He plays for Charlotte Hornets. Josh Green, with the foul there. There's Dyson Daniels has come back into the game. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. Kareem saying this way every year, the United States will be humbled. Well, it'll be a good matchup. Let's just put it that way. You got Team USA versus Team World. That is a good matchup. That is a very, very good matchup. Andrew Nebhard working is very physical right now in the game. RJ Barrett now dribbling in again. He's going to try and score again, going up and over. Oh, he got hit on the arm, but no call. Daniels actually fouled him. He's trying to tell the ref, but Ah, that's messed up. No call. All right, let's see. Dyson Daniels working with Josh Green. Josh Green to Patty Mills. He's going to take the quick shot, and we hit him too. And see, they hit RJ. They didn't call nothing. Now we hit him, and they do call it. That's messed up. That's messed up. Bryce is here. Good morning, Lex and Raptor Freaks. How are our Raptors playing? Well, it's Team Canada, my guy, and RJ's playing okay. Kelly came in for a little bit, and he's already out because his defense was sus so far in this game. So Kelly came in for like 5 minutes of the second, and he's out. But RJ's scoring pretty good so far. His three has gone in, and he's made some shots in the lane also. So yeah, G's here. Good morning. This game is tight. Yeah, this is gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle all the way through, and hopefully our guys will show better conditioning and better overall talent by the end of the game. So we'll see. Patty Mills at the free throw line. He makes the first free throw. 38-37 for Australia. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Let's see. Patty's got 6 points. He's 1 for 3 from 3, 2 of 6 from the field so far. Yeah, Patty Mills is definitely their leader and veteran for their team. He is definitely one of their big veterans and leaders for the Australian team, who have the lead currently in this Olympic game right now. Let's see if he makes the second one. He does. So 2-point lead. No, they're going to give him 3 free throws because he was shooting a 3. So that's unfortunate. So he could make the lead 3 and make it 40-37. Let's see if he does. And he does. He's a pro like that. We know Patty Mills. He's been in the NBA for so long. If his free throws, he's probably going to make them. So yeah, 3-point lead for Australia, 40-37. Nebhart's got the ball. He gets it in quick to RJ's right next to the basket. He didn't make it, but Powell, wow. Dwight Powell flies in like Superman and cleans it up and throws it down. It's like RJ was really struggling there for a second, but good job by Dwight playing his ass off. Get that rebound, Dylan. That's right. The miss by Australia, and we're coming back with some fire. Let's go. Let's go. Andrew Nebhart. Let's go. We got a fire going on, and SGA is going to come back in the game very soon to finish off the first half. Let's see. Dylan's going to back down Patty Mills. Patty's trying to hit the ball away from him. Dylan's too big, though, and he misses the shot, but there's going to call a foul. The foul better not be on Dylan Brooks, or they're going to call it on Patty Mills because somebody, we had the ball. That's a beautiful play by Dwight, just getting up there and collecting it and throwing it down in the hoop. Great telegraphing by Dwight Powell. He was there. He had RJ Barrett's back, and he cleaned it up and jammed it in there. We'll love it. Love it. Dwight Powell is one of the most underrated Canadian Olympians. He's so important and integral to our success, guys. All right, it is a foul on Patty Mills, and Dylan Brooks is at the line. He makes the first one, rattles around. That's that good technique that he has, even if it's not totally clean. If you do it the right spin and the way it hits the rim, you will get it to fall in. And Dylan Brooks has really good free throws for that. He makes both of them. And now Canada is up by 1, 41-40, 3 minutes to go in the first half. Let's see. Fantastic competitive game so far between Australia and Canada this morning on Olympic morning. Well, early, the Raptor Freak stream, it wouldn't be starting for another hour and a half normally, but we are on Canada versus Australia. Watch a long time. Australia just scored. Dyson Daniels in the lane, 42-41. Australia taking the lead back. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. SGA dealing and wheeling. All right, here he is from the elbow. He takes a shot. He misses, but Dwight's there to try and tip it in. He doesn't. He's not successful, though. So Australia has the ball coming back the other way. Yeah, I think that SGA may be trying to do too much by himself, but we'll see. Let's see. All right, there's a quick foul by Dwight Powell. He doesn't mind. He got caught reaching in. A little bit of a hand tap there. Yeah. Kareem saying, I love the pride that players play with when it comes to their respected countries. Crazy when you remove money from the game, how the competition stiffens. Yeah, but let's not get it twisted. I think that in some ways, I don't know. Money may be involved in some ways in this whole thing. That's really bad. Dylan Brooks got caught with his back turned. No communication there. And Dyson Daniels gets a really easy layup. 3-point lead for Australia off the inbounds play. Really, really bad. Daniels has 8 points so far. Let's see. Here's Dylan Brooks working into the lane, going at the Australian defenders. He misses. Giddey gets the rebound, coming back the other way. They try to launch it up court, and he's successful to get it to his player, but he goes out of bounds. No call, no foul there, Jock Landell. Logan Paul looking guy. This guy's gonna fight Mike Tyson. All right, let's see. SGA dribbling the ball up the court. Let's see what happens here. SGA getting free, getting down the lane, nice and slinky with the layup, cutting the lead to 1 for Australia. Let's see, Giddy hauling out the play, half court, and he's got Landell. Landell flips it into the lane to Daniels, who's trying to go up and over Jamal Murray, but he won't. He's right with them. Really good defense by the Denver Nugget. Jamal Murray staying with him in the timing. And Dillon comes down. He probably got fouled. He had a really good layup, and it looked like it was going to fall, but it didn't. Now he's hurrying to get back down the court. Australia's going to take a 3 and hit it. Oh, man, what a tough series of events right there. Really good defense by Jamal Murray and a nice layup by Dillon, but no call, no nothing from that whole possession. It's too bad. Andrew Nebhard now trying to answer for Canada. Let's see what happens here. Dylan Brooks to Trey Lyles. Trey Lyles back in the game. And SGA gets it flipped to Trey Lyles. He's coming up over. Come on, dunk it on Josh. What are you doing, Trey? Don't come half-assing. Big Daddy Kane ain't no half-stepping. Come on now. You can't be coming at that shit weak sauce. Damn it, man. All right, let's see. Dyson Daniels over to Giddy. Giddy's got it. He's getting things organized for the last minute of the half. He shoots it. He misses, and SGA's got it. But is there a dumb foul? I feel like there's some really bad fouls in this game by the refs. And, well, this one's on Australia, thank goodness. Because I was going to say, if there's some sort of dumb foul on this, this would be so dumb. So, yeah, Canada still has the ball. Foul on Australia on the rebound. So, Nick Kay coming back into the game. 4-point game for Australia currently, 47-43. 32 seconds to go in the half. And then they'll be going to halftime in the back. Joe Ingles not really playing. All right, here we go. SGA's got the ball. 14 fouls for both teams. Under 30 seconds to go in the half. SGA comes right down the lane, and he shoots, and he nails it. Dyson Daniels can't do anything to try and slow him down. Here we go. Josh Giddey with Dylan Brooks on him. He's him and SGA kind of shadowing him. Let's see how Australia handles the last 10 seconds of the half. Josh Giddey gets into the lane, pops it up, and he puts it in. So it's back to a 4-point lead, 49-45. 3 seconds to go. Can Jamal Murray go nuclear? He's going to throw it from half court. It's a really ugly shot. No, not really that good of a shot. Yeah, Jamal's not right. He's just not right, guys. All right, so Canada down 4 now at the half, 49-45. Yeah, Jordy's got some things to tell these guys at halftime to try and get them going better for the second half. Of course, Canada last summer at FIBA World Cup was really good second half team. So hopefully they can show up in the second half and overtake them by the end of the game. So, yeah, good stuff so far. Yeah, Angry Mexican saying, really great game. Both teams are so talented. Yeah, this is fun basketball, isn't it? You know, we're seeing some scrappiness. You know, there's a lot of competition. All the teams come out the same place. Dylan's not saying anything to anybody. That's good. Y'all keep quiet when you're walking out like that. We don't need any little extra talking when you're walking out the same exit. Yeah. Malaza's here. Good to see our friend, our Puerto Rican fan, Malaza, saying, what's up? Let's go Canada. There you go. I'm all about it. And Spain versus Greece was fire. Spain keeps proving a good overall team can defeat anyone. Yeah. Yeah. You know, Santi Aldama really is the figurehead for that team at this point. You know, the Hernan Gomez brothers have kind of carried that torch the last couple of years between Gasol's, and now it's really Aldama's team at this point. I think that young man is the future of that team going ahead. They're actually showing the highlights of that game at halftime right now. Malaza, very interesting to see what was going on with that. Yeah, let's see. Infamous is here. Salute, freaks. Giddey is taking this personal. I don't know. Is he taking it personal against his old Thunder teammates? Is that what it is? He's taking it personally against Gilgeous-Alexander and Luguentz Dort? Maybe. I don't know. Kareem saying it sucks that Zach couldn't play for Canada. I mean, there was a small break. He could have flown out to Paris and joined the team. There should always be a few exemptions when the Olympics are involved. Yeah, you know what? It is what it is. We can't woulda, coulda, shoulda this. Zach Edey wanted to go have the summer league experience for the Memphis Grizzlies. He's worried about his own paper, Seymour Pape, and he wanted to have this happen because He wanted to make sure he's established in the NBA. He's established in FIBA and Team Canada, and he need to make sure he's established with the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies almost won the Summer League championship, but they lost to the Miami Heat in the finals game. So, yeah, it is what it is, and I understand what you're saying, but it just didn't work out this cycle. And the next cycle, Zach Edey will be wearing that red and white for Canada, I'm sure. Very, very sure that will happen. Cowboys saying, how long is halftime? It's not that long. It's a pretty quick little time. Fiercey saying, are both Hernan Gomez brothers retired as well as Gasol? No, they're still playing for the Spain team. It's just that they were kind of the main guys. Willie, in particular, Juancho, not as much. And yeah, they were the main guys. And Santi is really kind of becoming the main guy now, is the way I look at it right now. Yeah. Malaza saying, Rudy with 5 Olympics and playing at this level is fire. I'm watching the whole tournament. Yeah, Rudy Fernandez is an amazing story. The fact that he has played, I think he's played in 6 Olympic cycles, actually, which is crazy. 6 Olympic cycles. He played in 5 before this. This is his 6th Olympics, I believe. So that's like 24 years if you do the math in between Olympics. So this guy is, it's amazing at his age. And obviously, I don't know if he'll be around for the next one. That's the crazy thing. But an institution for the Spanish team, Rudy Fernandez, is, it's crazy. Infamous saying the lack of size is definitely hurting us in the middle, giving up way too many rebounds. Yeah, I don't have any of the team stats right in front of me. But visual from watching the visual of the first half, yeah, I could say that. I would say there's been a failure by Kelly Olynyk and Trey Lyles to close out and box out in certain ways. That there's been problems down low with them inside. There's been botched assignments by our bigs also. So I don't even think that Australia's bigs are that talented. It's just that they're being smart and being in the right place at the right time. And our guys are not playing as sharp as they should. Is part of it right there. Yeah. Angry Mexican saying, are Canada and Australia 2 of the 4 best teams in the Olympics? I think so. I think that, I don't know if this top 4, I'll say at least top 5, though, for sure, because in some ways you got to factor in Australia and Germany and USA, of course. So I think that Canada and Australia are the most similar teams as far as like if there's a team that's the most similar to Canada other than the United States, it's Australia. And somewhere we're in between in the talent rankings, power rankings. Obviously, USA is number 1, but we may be number 2 on the NBA talent rankings in the overall Olympics. And Australia may be 3rd, actually, because like I said earlier, we have 10 NBA players. USA has 12, and Australia has 9. They have 9 NBA players on their team. Now, some of their talent levels are 2 ways and guys at the end of the bench and, not the best. In some ways, we have a better talent level overall than our 10 NBA players. But still, 9 NBA players on Australia. And that says a lot right there. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Trevor's saying Rudy Fernandez was injured, was helped off the court. I hate to hear that. Yeah. And Malaza's saying this being the best Olympic tournament I had watched since 1988. So you really feeling like this Olympics has been really good. You know what? And it's funny when Malaza says this, the change from 88 to 92 was the pros. In 88, it was still, you had to be a college or a high school player to play in the Olympics. You could not be an NBA player. Well, they changed it in 92, and that was Barcelona and the Dream Team, the original Dream Team. And now this is what Malaz is saying, that this has been the best Olympic tournament since then. And that's really signifying that the world has caught up with the USA at the pro level. And that's amazing. That's fantastic. I love hearing that. And I think that's an interesting comment to make, considering where you said the last one was 88. So the world has caught up with the professional league of the NBA is basically what we're saying here. Fiercely saying Ken Burch should play. Yeah, I'll agree with that. In some ways, I'm not liking to see how they're closing out and boxing out and trying to play defense down low. Yeah, I'm not liking this at all. There's been a lot of miscommunication where people are turning their backs and Australia's getting a sneaky layup. So yeah, we need better communication and better awareness near the basket in our rim protection. Yep. Bud Dial saying it's time for Jordy to release our secret weapon, Ken Birch. He needs to make his presence felt. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. I'm a big, huge fan of Ken Birch. If Ken Birch can play, I'm all about it. I want him out there. Angry saying, why do you think Embiid is struggling so much in Olympic play? Because he's a fake. He's a farce. He's a big dummy. He's a he's a made up thing at this point. In some ways, the NBA has invested in him to be an NBA player, and they want him to be a certain thing. And in some ways, he's not. He's kind of a big goof who just kind of falls over. And sure, he has skills and he has certain things, but this is the thing: the FIBA officials do not want to kiss his ass like the NBA officials do. I mean, to a certain extent, the NBA dictates to their officials that they should treat Joel in a certain way with calls, and the FIBA officials are not doing that. That's the biggest difference right there, Angry Mexican. Is the FIBA officials are real officials and they're not kissing NBA superstars' asses like Joel Embiid. So in some ways, you can see how lazy Joel is because he has to rely on that so much. He's totally ineffective in FIBA competition in the Olympics. In some ways, this is poetic justice. Joel should have never been playing for the United States, and it's poetic justice that he's useless for them. So that's it right there. That's it right there. Is FIBA officials aren't like NBA officials and trying to kiss the golden boy superstars' asses by getting them to the line. Whether it's LeBron or whoever, I don't care. You know, LeBron can coast on his other talents and not have to see that side. And he's smart enough to do that. But Joel's so dumb, he's just going to try and play the regular way he plays in the NBA and FIBA. Well, he's going to get what he gets. And the funny thing is, like I've said in the last couple of days, USA can win the gold and be absolutely dominant. And Joel Embiid is a failure still within that system and within that achievement. He's an absolute fail at this Olympics so far. He really is. Yeah. Cowboys saying, yeah, play Birch. I'm all about that. And Kareem saying it fiercely. We're on the same wavelength. You guys want that Birch. You want that birch tree planted in the yard. Yeah, let's get that Birch out there. That's right. Angry saying, I guess Ben Simmons didn't want to play. Is this the best Canada team you guys have ever had? Yes. People up here are calling our team at Olympics Canadian Dream Team because it's true. It's the absolute best talented Canadian men's team ever in the history of the men's team. And it's only going to get even more better. I mean, it's talented now, but we're going to get even more talented, Angry Mexican. And in the next Olympics, we're going to have an even better team. Trust me, because it's going to have Benedict Mathurin, Shaden Sharp. It's going to have maybe Leonard Miller. It's going to have even better talent coming up for us. That's right. Even better talent coming up. That's right. So, yeah. Let's see. Malaza's saying today Canada beat Puerto Rico in judo semifinals. Yeah, Canada's been medaling in different stuff and doing pretty good. The judo was really awesome. We had the medley swimmer win the gold summer. Fantastic stuff. Killing that. I used to swim that medley race that she won. As far as you start with the butterfly, you do the backstroke, then you do the breaststroke, then you do the Australian crawl. Yeah, I used to do that race, and I was actually pretty good at it when I was in my short, very, very short high school swim career. So, yeah, doing the butterfly is tough. But, man, Summer, good job. Summer McIntosh getting in there and kicking some butt and getting gold over 2 USA swimmers who got silver and bronze. That was a big one right there. I really like that one. Yeah. We did get a gold in judo. We've got a pretty good medal count so far, Canada so far. Fiercely saying Embiid is a clown, not a player. Yes, that's insulting to clowns like me, just so you know. Angry Mexican saying they showed Team USA practice and Embiid was foul baiting in the scrimmage. Yeah, I don't know if he's trying to be a troll or what he's trying to do, but he's put shade on his teammates. In some ways, it's like, why are you acting like this? You know what? They're not going to invite you back, and they probably shouldn't. I think that this was a big mistake, just having you involved in general. And you know, all the hate you're getting from the French crowds and the French people in France. Well, didn't you expect that? You come to the Olympics in France and you shun them after they gave you a passport. No, he's been a big, huge fail all around, and he's going to continue to be a fail. And Embiid is foul baiting in scrimmage. See, he doesn't know how to play FIBA basketball. He plays a shitty ass NBA product basketball, and he is the epitome of one of the worst things about it. The right there. Yeah. Dana's saying Embiid is like that high school kid that hangs with the cool kids, but no one likes. There's a little bit of that. Yeah, I won't disagree with that, Dana. I won't disagree with that. Cowboys saying, let's go, Canada. And there's RJ. Angry Mexican saying, how's Jamal Murray looking to you? He's looking hurt. He's not looking sharp. I want to see him dial in and make his shots. He's not making his shots. In some ways, he's played well defensively in this game. But I'll feel really a lot better if Jamal Murray puts some points on the board. That's what I want to see him do right there. Yeah. Let's see. Alley oop to Dana. All right, Cowboy. We can give Canadian Dana an alley oop for her funny joke about the cool kids and stuff like that. All right, where's Dana? Dana's right there. 31. You're getting 31 dunks, Dana, is where you're at. Bud Dial's asking Angry Mexican, why are you angry? Listen, why isn't everybody angry the way this world is set up with this crazy capitalistic profit margins? Let's do it for the shareholders mentality. Why isn't everybody angry, Kareem? That's what I would say right here. Get angry. Galen Weston having to pay $500 million for cheating us on bread for years and years. Why aren't you angry? That's what I would say, Kareem. You better get angry too. That's right. Galen Weston getting charged like that. Cowboy saying alley-oop, but he said he's losing his hair. Let's grow, Angry Mexican. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have any reason to ask anybody why they would be angry in today's society. There's a lot of good reasons for people to be angry out there. And either way, it's just his name. I mean, your name is Butt Dial. Why do you dial with your butt? Hey, let's just ask that. Or Cowboy, why do you cowboy as a Canadian? You know, we can ask these questions. We can ask these questions if you really want to. All right, Butt Dial saying Joel Embiid is hired by France and Cameroon is the only answer to his shenanigans at this point. This is funny. So you're saying that he's an inside agent, and this whole thing is him coming in to try and mess up Team USA from the inside. And he's actually on France's side. Yeah. You know what? This may make me like Joel Embiid. This may be the only way I could start liking Joel Embiid is if this narrative is actually true, what Kareem's saying here. This is actually kind of funny. It kind of makes sense if he's shading them and he's acting like out of pocket and he's actually trying to fall on them in practice and maybe hurt them, you know, that kind of stuff. All right, Kareem, you can get a 3-pointer for that. That's hilarious. 213 for a dunk leader. Crazy. Malaza saying Canada always being good contender at the Olympics. Canada surprised the USA and Australia in swimming. I was so happy. Yeah, that came out of the blue with Summer. Like, she was not supposed to do that. All right, they're starting the second half. Let's see. Dylan Brooks is going to inbound the ball to SGA, it looks like, at half court. Yeah. And Malaza saying, I know because Canada always in our thoughts, opponents, Canada eliminated us or we eliminated Canada. Yeah, that's respect. Puerto Rico, respect. Respect to Puerto Rican nation. Actually, honestly, I have so much respect for Puerto Rico and the rebuild that they've had to do after storms in recent years. And I really feel like the USA needs to treat y'all better and give y'all a statehood. Seriously, give y'all full statehood. Seriously. All right, there's a turnover after the half started, and Australia got the ball. They're coming down, and they were trying to get the ball inside. Patty Mills throws it, and RJ Barrett hits it out of bounds. So still Australia's ball, 9:40 to go. There, another deny. That's right. Canada just getting in the passing lanes, getting their hands in there, and just getting in the cookie jar. And denying the ball, denying passes, denying shots, just deny. That's what they got to do. That kind of energy for their defense right now. Yeah. Both teams are probably going to come in with more intensity in the second half. We're going to have to see how it goes. We got Dort and something happened just now. It's just a quick call, and Patty Mills was on the floor. I'm not sure what the call is. It's probably a foul on Canada, a really quick foul. In some ways, I am suspicious about foul trouble for our Canadian guys. At least we're deep. Last game we had Lugetz, Dylan, and Dwight all foul out, and we were able to get away with that against Greece. But in this game, we may not be able to get away with losing so many good defenders. There's a nice shot by Bigidi, but it doesn't go down, and Dwight has the ball coming the other way. RJ spins around. Patty flops, but it doesn't matter. RJ makes the layup, and he cuts the lead to only 2 for Australia. Now, all right, let's see. Giddy has it with Dort on him. Let's see. We got to get a good defensive stop here, Canada. Come on. You guys are playing really well and very much shit disturbing right now. Good switch. Patty Mills is going to take a 3. He's off, but Landell's in there fighting position, and he's a monster on the boards. That was a problem right there. In some ways, we may need to have 2 bigs out there. Seriously. Because Powell can't – he's over on one side, and in some ways, RJ's fighting with Landell. but he beat him in that matchup fighting on the offensive boards. It's too bad. SGA could flip it to RJ right now, but he's going to gauge the floor. He's going to dissect it. He's going to try and beat these guys. He gets it to RJ, who takes the three. He's short. Is a bad pass. Very bad pass by SGA. If he had threw it to him better, RJ might have made that. Let's see. Hand on the ball, and it's going to be Canada's ball. Landell went off your fingertips. Go on, man. Cut your hair proper. Seriously. Why are you trying to look like one of the Paul brothers? Seriously. What is wrong with you, Jock Landell? Get a haircut, my guy. Come on now. All right, SGA dribbling against Dyson Daniels. Let's see what he does here. Dyson Daniels, of course, now on the Atlanta Hawks. He got traded for DeJounte Murray this summer. Dillon flipping through the lane with a nice little jump, hop, and he makes the shot. And now it's still a 2-point game, 51-49. Dillon Brooks has 11 points in this game. Josh Giddey using Landell to dribble around, even though Landell's doing a moving screen. Total moving screen by Jock Landell, and the refs ain't having it. It's off of Australia, out of bounds. Canada's possession. Yeah, really nice shot, right-handed shot by Dillon Brooks on the last possession. And what is this, a timeout, or are they calling a technical? What's going on here? Japanese referee calling out things and talking to everybody. Let's see what the call is here. They stopped the ball from coming up court. Okay, it's still Canada's ball. I was like, man, we don't need a turnover like that. That's not a good turnover. All right, let's see. SGA's working. He gets to RJ. RJ's going right at them. He's not even hesitating. He comes in, Dwight comes in. He flips it. So there's a foul on Australia on Landell down underneath. Good aggressiveness by RJ Barrett and Dwight Powell to go to the rim and try and get that ball to fall, but it didn't go in. But Dwight Powell will go to the line off the offensive rebound foul on Jock Landell. Yeah, Dwight Powell, 2 points, 8 rebounds. That's the work that Dwight Powell's doing for us. He's board man, and he's not going to get paid, but he should get the respect from you for doing what he's doing for Canada. He misses the first free throw, though. That's disrespectful to your country, Dwight. Come on now. Make the free throw. This game is tight. All of these free throws could matter. Come on, Dwight Powell. Make that free throw. There, you made the second one. It's a 1-point game. 50-51. 7:40 to go. In the third quarter, Josh Giddey gets around the pick, and Lou Getz knocks it free, and Canada's got the turnover. And there's a quick foul at the half court by Nick Kay on RJ Barrett. Good stuff. Lou Getz getting the steal off of his former teammate, Josh Giddey, tipping it through from behind. I love those kind of steals. I love that kind of stuff so much. All right, let's go, Canada. Let's take the lead right here, and let's not let it get back to them for the rest of the game. How about that? So SGA working against Dyson Daniels. He gets a move, and he's to the baseline. And he takes a nice little elevated shot and nails it. Nothing but net. And now Canada is in the lead by 1, 52-51. 7 minutes on the clock in the third quarter. See what happens here. They're working it around. Giddey is looking for Landell in the lane. He gets it back out to him. He's going to take the three, and he nails it. Giddey's been a problem in this game. We've not found Giddey as well as I'd like. In some ways, we're not just giving him Dillon Brooks exclusively, but I disagree with that. I think that Dillon Brooks should be shadowing Josh Giddey as much as possible in this game. RJ Barrett from outside for 3, and he nails it. Look at that big-time shot by big-time Barrett. That's the man who's on the side of the Eaton Center. That's right. That's right. 55-54 for Canada, up by 1. This is beautiful stuff. Patty Mills working around Jock Landell's little dirty pick, but it doesn't matter. Canada gets a hand on it. They deflect it out, and it's RJ for 3 again, baby. He misses this one. Josh Giddey gets the offensive rebound. He's throwing it up court. RJ almost stole it just there. Patty Mills is going to take a crazy 3. He misses. Thank God. That could have been something else. This has been a crazy up and down the court game in the third quarter so far. I love to see it. A lot of good shit disturbing by Canada, getting their hand in there and getting steals. Luke Getz fakes the 3, takes it again, and he nails it the second time. Let's go. Luke Getz Dort of Montreal. Let's go. Number 0. Let's go, Canada. 4-point lead. It's under 6 minutes to go in the third. There we go. There we go. Bam goes a dynamite. Bam, 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 bam. Mulaza's saying Canada is playing defense. Nice. Yeah, the defense has picked up in the third. This is something that was a calling card last summer at FIBA World Cup. Canada were going to come back in the second half, and they were going to show intensity and start stealing the ball a lot more. That's kind of what happens there. Yeah. But Dow saying SGA beast mode on. Yeah, I think he is. He's coming in right. And Lou Dort, his defense has been fantastic in this part of the game so far in the second half. Yeah, missing that layup and one free throw. Yikes. Yeah. Canada needs to cover number 3. I agree with you. Josh Giddey has been a problem for sure. Fiercey's loving RJ Barrett, and Dana's got the Team Canada symbol out there, and also Lou gets Dort. That's right. Cool Cat's here. Good morning, Raptor Freak family crew. I'm so calm in this game. I know it's close, but we will win. We are good. In some ways, Cool Cat, we don't want to get you up with the bad blood pressure and getting all worked up first thing in the morning. So, yeah, I want to be serene about this too. Although I'm getting fired up about the way Canada is getting their energy up in the last couple of minutes of this game. I love seeing it. Nathaniel Mitchell, a good friend of Monique Lawrence, giving instruction to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. I love to see that. Of course, our Raptor Freak family always connected to our great teams, the Toronto Raptors and Team Canada. And Monique is a big connection to Nathaniel Mitchell, assistant coach for Team Canada. Here we go. The ball is inbounded, and Dyson Daniels has it. He's going around a moving pick from Jock Landell. It's totally dirty, and they're going to call it. Call the moving pick, number 13. The foul should be on them, not on us. They're going to call a foul on Dylan Brooks. There was a moving pick by Jock Landell. I don't understand why they keep ignoring the moving pick that their center keeps throwing. He keeps doing this. He's done it a couple times. Angry Mexican saying, "But Dal, it's how I am with no coffee." Okay, so are you change your moniker after you have the coffee, and then you're like happy Mexican instead? I don't know. Oh man, that 2-man game. Oh, thank God they broke it up. Canada is definitely being a shit disturber, not letting Australia get things easy. Thank God, because that play was an easy basket for Jock Landell if it had not been broken up. Now we got SGA on the post, and he gets it to RJ right down there. He dumps it off to White, who just puts it in. Beautiful connection between the contingency from FIBA World Cup last year. This is really paying off. You see the connection between SGA, RJ, and Dwight from the time accrued, the time played together. It really showed in that last play. I love Dwight laying it up under there. And Canada's got a 6-point lead, guys. 60-54, just over 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Yeah, Dwight is talking to the referee from France, trying to get something clarified. Yeah, really nice timing, an easy layup for Dwight Powell. RJ being unselfish and looking for his guy. That's another thing I love about RJ Barrett is that he knows basketball. He knows the right play, and in some ways, he will do the most unselfish shit on the court. And that's the way we want our Raptors to be. Whether it's Scotty Barnes, who's just that way, he just came built that way. Emmanuel Quickly, a true point guard. And RJ Barrett is also an underrated passer who will look for his teammates when they have a better shot than him. So Dante Exum making this free throw. And now the lead is 60-56, only a 4-point lead. So he makes both his free throws. We got Alexander Walker, Gilgeous-Alexander, Powell, Barrett, and Nebhard out there for Canada currently as our 5. There's Nickel is going to take a long 3. He's off, and Dwight gets the rebound. A beautiful long rebound by Dwight Powell. And RJ's backing down. The Australian player, he tries to go up, and he gets fouled. Hit on the arm by number 17, the two-way for the Houston Rockets, McVay. Yeah, RJ's going to the line again. Let's see what happens here. Number 9. That's right. We love you, RJ Barrett. You keep going and do what you do for the red and white and the red and white of the Canadian team and the red and white of the Toronto Raptors. That's right. There you go. First free throw is in for RJ. 5-point lead now for Canada. Love it, love it, love it. Let's increase this lead. Let's crack open that 100% Canadian maple syrup and increase this lead once again, Team Canada. Seriously, y'all. Let's do this. There you go. There you go. Dana's saying, I'm on my 5th coffee. I'm wide awake. You got 5 coffees already, and it's not even 9 o'clock? Dana, man, you may be going to the weed store soon. I want to say that right now. All right, here we go. Australia working. There's Kem Birch. Kem Birch is in the game, guys. You get what you want. You ask for it, you get your birch tree. He's out in the game now. Patty Mills with RJ Barrett guarding him and see what Patty's trying to do. He's going to the baseline. and he shoots and he's short, and the ball is collected by Andrew Nebhard. They're running up the court. RJ's got everything in his way. Oh, he lobs it to Kem, but he misses, but SGA's there to clean it up. That was beautiful. In some ways, I wanted to see Kem throw it down real nice. Actually, I could have seen RJ throw it down there too, but SGA is the one who's going to get it, and they throw it away. Things for Australia are getting a little messy at this point. Their game is not as tight as it was in the first half, and Canada is the agent of chaos that's causing this for them. Nebhard gets it to RJ, who bulls up a shot into Landell. Oh, come on, 13, Logan Paul looking motherfucker. You fouled him. You know you did. Don't act like you didn't foul RJ Barrett on the arm like you have been all game. Come on. I wish Kem had made that lob. But still, good to see Gilgeous-Alexander cleaning it up. RJ's got his game face on. He's all serious. He's coming to the line. Let's see what he does here. 14 points for our Toronto Raptor, 5 of 10 from the field. There he goes. He makes the first free throw. RJ's free throw shooting has been fantastic this summer in the Team Canada friendlies and the Olympic Games. It's very nice to see, considering how bad he was shooting free throws for the Raptors at the end of the season. There's the second one, goes right through. He's been a very good free throw shooter his whole career. So Raptors fans, don't worry about RJ and his free throws. We now have a 10-point lead with under 4 minutes to go in the third. Canada making a big swing in the third quarter. Oh, that's a bad play right there. Landell getting an easy dunk right there. 8-point game. Yeah, Australia trying to scrap near the end of this third quarter to try and close the gap a little bit. Yeah, Kem caught sleeping a little bit. An easy dunk by 13, Jacques Landell of the NBA. That's right. Here we go. RJ is going to inbounds. He's getting into Andrew Nebhard. Andrew Nebhard dribbling up against Dante Exum. Let's see what he can do. Oh, no, that's Green. Josh Green of Charlotte Hornets. Let's see. Here we go. Nebhard forced out of bounds, and they're going to call a turnover on us. That in the NBA would be a foul on Australia. But in FIBA, it's just the physical play. And, Andrew, you went out of bounds. You can't the one thing you got to know about FIBA is you can't count on the refs to bail you out for anything. That's right. Exum goes and attacks the rim. He puts it in. This is no good. You guys can't let them start getting back in the game. 6-point lead for Canada, 66-60, 3:20 to go in the third. Let's see what happens here. SGA is working against Dyson Daniels and Jock Landell. A bit of a two-man game with Kem Birch. Kem Birch is trying to post. Now he's going to come and give a pass. Oh, a little bit of a long pass. RJ threw it away. That was not a good pass by Barrett. In some ways, Birch was not in the right position. Now they're driving, and Australia is trying to do something, get something going. They're scrapping at the basket. They're going to try and say, what? Goaltending? No, there's no goaltend there. There's no goaltend. There is a goaltend. They're going to give it to them. They're going to say that SGA actually hit it out. It is a goaltend. So 4-point lead now. So Australia is scrapping back into this. That is off of Landell. That's not SGA who hit it in the cylinder. That should be offensive goaltending because Jacques Landell touched that ball in the net. That is not SGA touching it. So this should be reversed, and the points should be coming off of the board if they do their job correctly. So FIBA, let's see how good you are. Let's see if you can figure this out, and it's 66-60, actually. They're going to actually go review it. So get it right, FIBA officials. That is Landell's hand hitting the ball out of the cylinder. Then it will be very easy for you to see. You're going to look at it. You can be like, oh, yeah, it's off Australia. There's no points. 66-60. That's what's going to happen the next second. Yeah, that's totally off Landell hitting his hand up there. That's not SGA touching it. SGA didn't touch it, I don't think. They're going to try and see. If SGA touched it before Jock touched it, then maybe it is offensive goaltending or goaltending on us. I don't see him touching it. I think that's Landell that touches it. SGA does not touch it. That's Landell touching it. So that's an easy call right there. That's right. That's an easy call right there. Boom goes the dynamite. Let me see. I'll read all y'all's comments afterwards. But I was saying what's RJ's weight? He seems like he's a solid 225. He's just bodying people down low. He's probably a football player. His aggression is insane. Maybe he hasn't had his coffee yet, Angry Mexican. So wait, they're not changing the score. They're going to go ahead and say that SGA did touch it and that it is a goaltend on him. That's messed up. That's messed up. What? Because the score is still a 4-point game. It should still be 66-60 if they call it right. Jordy's talking to the ref, trying to figure out what the fuck he saw on the replay. How could you not see Jock Landell hit it out? No, your guy hit it too, is what he's trying to say to him. That's messed up. Either way, all right, whatever. We got to just try and win this game no matter what. In some ways, the referees have been dubious with Team Canada. I'm not going to lie, guys. They've been dubious. All right, let's go, Canada. Let's win anyway. Let's just fuck them up anyway. All right, RJ's got the ball. Let's watch. It's fun. Jamal Murray's in the game now. Let's see what Jamal can do. Maybe he can start cooking. Get some cooking going. Here we go. He takes the three. It's off. Not the best shot. I don't like those kind of NBA shots in FIBA. All right, we get the ball back. A quick time down the court by Australia. Kind of a wasted possession. RJ's going right down the lane. He's easy layup, left-handed layup for RJ, putting the lead back up to 6. There we go. Cam there to meet the guys at the lane, and no good. Rebound RJ Barrett coming back the other way. I like the way the camera is on my stream right now. The angle from up above is really cool. Cam Birch misses a shot just now, and Dyson Daniels gets a rebound. Coming back the other way. Australia. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter, down by 6. Let's see Dante Exum working on the outside, going against Cam Birch right now. He goes up and he misses. Cam being a good impediment. He's impeding them. Oh, this time he gets it clean, though, and gets in there and gets the layup. Cuts the lead to 4, 68-64. Canada in the lead. Andrew Nebhard walks the ball up the court, and he's looking to give it to Birch. Comes around, coming down the lane, elevates and shoots. He's short. And Australia has the rebound. The teams look a little bit more tired at this point in the game. And the game is a little bit more sloppy in some ways with the shots. All right, Exum coming down the lane once again. He's been annoying this game in the last little bit. There's going to call a foul. And it looks like this foul is going to be on Canada after the play, which is dumb. I hate after the play fouls. They just aren't necessary. The shot is already gone and missed, and somebody's getting the rebound. And because somebody hits the floor, they're going to call a foul. Come on now. FIBA is known for physicality. If somebody hits the floor, well, that's just FIBA. Come on now. 68-64, minute 23 to go. Giddey's back in. Yikes. We got to keep control of Josh Giddey. Meanwhile, Jock Landale goes to sit down. Thank God. All right, inbounding by Giddey. Underneath the basket, he tries to lob it into the big man, but Canada's really a pest. And they're going to go ahead and give us the ball. That's what we like to see, FIBA. Reward our physicality and our feistiness, because that's what we're doing. We're feisty. And we put the feisty in the F in FIBA. So you go ahead and give us that feisty F. Let's go. All right, we've inbounded the ball. Nickel Alexander-Walker dribbling against Josh Giddey right now. It looks like we've got Barrett, Powell, Nebhard, Murray, and Alexander-Walker in the game. Those are our 5. So a good chunk of the bench with RJ Barrett and Dwight Powell. All right, here we go. RJ flipping into the lane with a nice spin, left-handed throw in. RJ is so good. He is so good. Where's Milbester? Where's our guy Shannon from New York who loves RJ Barrett? He is good. Oh, wow. East just kind of pushed the guy on the floor. And now there's an easy 3 for Australia, cutting the lead down to 3. We don't need to see that guy get going, McVeigh. For 3. We don't need to see that. We need to keep bugging them. RJ's got the ball. Let's have fun. Watch him. Oh, really bad pass. Oh, but Andrew's there, but it's going to go out of bounds still. RJ's tired. You can tell RJ's a little tired. He's sitting down on the video booth, getting love from the broadcasters. Hey, don't hurt our equipment. You're hurting people in the lane. You're gonna hurt our equipment because you're a strong guy. You run over and sit on their equipment. He mashes the monitor. Okay, they put Jake Paul back in the game. Yeah, that's annoying. This guy does really look like one of the Paul brothers. All right, here we go. Coming back the other way. Patty Mills. Australia's been shooting 55% in this game. We're shooting 48, but we still have the 3-point lead. Lugetz rips the ball out of Josh Giddey's hands and dunks it on the other end. That's right, Montreal. Show up, number 0 for the Canadian team. Lugetz steals it right from his old teammate. He's like, motherfucker, I'm taking this. 17 takes the shot, and McVeigh, the 2-way for Rockets, hits the shot, and Jordy doesn't like it. He doesn't like what we're seeing. In the 3-point shots that Australia's hit in the last couple of possessions they scored on because they're closing the gap 72-70. Canada only up by 2 after that one. Yeah, nice scoring in the third quarter for Canada. 27 points in the third quarter already, and we still got a little bit of time on the clock. So, yeah, Canada, come on. We got to keep that lead going up. And Australia's fighting with us. There is a real battle going on right now. That's right. That's right. Isaac saying, okay, I'm here 100%. All right, that's good stuff. Cool Cat saying, right now our bench guys have to defend properly while Dort and Brooks are on the bench. Love to see Kem on the field, on the court. RJ's aggression is consistent. We want Scotty to follow that mode. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. RJ Barrett could be a very good influence on Scotty Barnes as far as the way he likes to take control with force. That's what the Raptors team has been saying a lot. We want players that take force. Jacoby Walter, Grady Dick. We want you guys to have force on the court. And RJ Barrett is a really good role model for force on the court. Yeah, and then maybe he can rub off on all them this year. Isaac's got Dylan and a couple of faces there. And Fiercely saying 5 coffees. Damn, Dana. Yeah, she's going to be working out that toilet. You know, somebody's going to be running in that toilet all the time. That's what I would think. If you drink 5 coffees, you're going to be going to the bathroom. Yeah. Fiercely saying Kem is in. Yeah, we love it. We love to see Kem Birch in the game, a great Canadian. Isaac Campbell's got Team Canada and Mo on blast. I like to see that. Leading scorers for Canada, 20 for Barrett, 14 for Gilgeous-Alexander, 11 for Dort and Brooks, and 5 for Powell. On the other side, Giddy's got 18, Dante Exum 12, Jock Landell 9, McVeigh 9, and Patty Mills 8. That is the scores in the game right now. Let's see. Fiercely saying RJ's locked in, especially in his free throws. Yep. G saying, I haven't been able to watch the streams, but finally caught up some. Honored I was able to get a butt dial membership. Yeah, that was pretty funny. If you're catching up on the last week of Raptor Freak streams, there's been some fun freakouts. And yeah, there's been some confusion. I've been kind of an asshole at times, but I apologize, guys. I'm crazy. And in some ways, I'm going to be who I'm going to be. But I hope that you guys have enjoyed the Raptor Freak streams this summer. And yeah, we're back in action. Australia's got the ball. They're working it around. Let's see what happens. Nick K out there. Josh Giddey with Dylan Brooks on him, as it should be. He's really pestering him. McVeigh's trying to shoot from the top. He's short. He may have gotten fouled, but no call. And SGA gets the air ball. This is really good. All right, let's see. I like this lineup. This is a very offensive lineup with SGA, Jamal, Nebhard, and Dylan with Dwight Powell in the middle. Let's see how they can do it because they want to score some points. So this is a lineup that needs to score a lot. So SGA got hit, and he bounces it in. What an amazing shot. Holy crap. The way SGA got that ball to hit the front of the rim and then the backboard and the other side of the rim and then fall in was beautiful. That was some amazing touch on the play. All right, Australia's working around. McVeigh's attacking the rim, and SGA blocks him at the rim. Wow, SGA is on fire. Let's go. He just got fouled. Exum's checking on him on the floor, and SGA's just laying there. He'll get up slow. He's all right. He's a tough guy. Look at that. 2 ends of the court. 2 really fantastic, amazing plays. And he's giving it to Johnny Batista. We're not calling things right. The Puerto Rican ref not totally calling things right. It's like, look at that shot. This shot is amazing by SGA. That shot is like a crazy bounce, and you can see the Australian players like throw their heads down after seeing that. How the hell are you gonna beat that? You got a player making shots like that, you're in trouble. You're in trouble if a guy's gonna be making shots like that against you. All right, the ball is back in the hands of the Canadian team. Andrew Nebhard at the top. He gives it to Dylan Brooks. Dylan Brooks is working against Jock Landell and Nick K. Let's see what he's doing. Dribbling between the legs. He's going to go bully. He's looking for somebody. He flips around the other way, and he tries to flip it up and over him. And he called for a travel. Dylan may be trying to do too much by himself. That's a bigger defender. You can make better decision-making than that, number 24. Come on, my guy. Let's go. All right, good defense. Let's only a 4-point lead for Canada, 74-70, 88-40 to go in the third quarter. Oh, no, in the fourth. 8:30 to go in the last quarter. It is the fourth quarter now. Sorry, guys. Dwight Powell getting muscled by Jock Landell and laid up. That's no good. That's not good enough defense. We need our guys to play better, strong defense underneath. That may be where you need Kem Birch right there. There you go. All right, let's see. So it's a 2-point game. This game is getting tight. Let's see. SGA's working like an NBA player. And there's a long 3 by Nebhard. It's not the best shot. I don't like that kind of stuff. And it's out of bounds. Dwight trying to save it, but really not a good chance to. But yeah, really, really poor play by defense by Powell. He got hit in the stomach. That's what it is. Jock Landell elbowed him right in the stomach, and it made him fall off of him. And that's how he was able to hit that shot. the last time Australia scored. So 74-72, just over 8 minutes to go in the game. Yeah, Australia inbounding from the corner. Josh Giddey throws it in over to Josh Green, and now Dyson Daniels has it. The Atlanta Hawks. He's dribbling against Andrew Nebhard, and he's throwing it over to K over to Giddey. Giddey trying to find Landell. They've been really trying to go to the post with Landell a lot. They did that against Spain also. All right, Shea flips it to Jamal. Jamal really not playing as well as he could. That should have been a layup by Jamal Murray. I'm sorry. He's really not tight. I mean, I totally agree with him not starting. In some ways, I would cut his minutes even if he's not going to be producing in certain ways. All right, Australia inbounds the ball again. Once again, 7.5 to go in the game. As Patty Mills goes underneath, he throws it out to Giddey. Giddey tries to get it over, and Green takes the shot. He misses. Murray, 2 hands, my guy. 2 hands on the ball. He gets it. Thank God. And we're coming back the other way. Let's see what can happen here. Jamal, you need to do something good. You're kind of Seriously. Dylan over to Lugetz. Lugetz is attacking on the baseline. He stumbles, gets it to SGA, and then the ball's popped by Patty Mills out of bounds. It looks like they're going to bring back Kem Birch because they're seeing how Jock Landell is like doing too much down low. So they're bringing back Kem Birch into the game just over 7 minutes to go. Yeah. But I was saying, Dana, don't you have the shakes? Parkinson's is ready. You need to chill and drink water. Oh my gosh. All right, let me see. All right, let's see. Kem attacking. He gets the ball back. Good stuff. All right, good job, Kem, being physical. Gets it right back again. Keep coming at him, Kem Birch. And he makes that one. Good job, big man. 92. Former Toronto Raptor, Kem Birch, getting the ball on the second effort. 4-point lead for Canada. 6:45 to go. This is tight. This game is tight. And Dylan's all over Giddey, and he wants a foul, but the ref's like, so what? Corner 3 by Green, and it's no good. Thank God. And thank goodness Canada has the rebound. Here we go. SGA. Dribble, stab dribble. And he's in the lane. He gets the contact. He shoots it. He doesn't make it, but they are going to put him on the line. He established that. Josh Giddey is like going after the ball, and he's talking to the ref. He's like, when are you going to call it for me? Don't be a little bitch-ass punk, Josh Giddey. Calm down yourself. Seriously. You're getting all frazzled. He's getting all heated and shit. You just chill out, Josh. You're getting all mad at Johnny Batista. It's not good, man. Don't get mad at Johnny Batista. He's just trying to do his job. He's a FIBA ref. Come on now. Thank goodness they respect SGA and put him on the line like they did just now because he did get fouled. All right, he hits the first one is no good. He misses the first one. Come on, let's go, Gilgeous-Alexander. Number 2, baby. Number 2, Gilgeous-Alexander. That's right, baby. Let's go. Make the second one. Make the second one, my guy. Let's go. He misses the second one. What are you doing with your life, SGA? Come on now. You can't win MVP if you're going to shoot free throws like that in important times of the game. It's over 6 minutes to go. 4-point lead for Canada. SGA's not having it. He stole the ball from Dyson Daniels, and he managed to keep possession. But Patty Mills knocked it off his foot to go out of bounds. And, well, he's fighting. He's fighting out there. SGA's trying to do as much as he can. He misses the free throws. He's upset with himself, so he gets the ball stolen. He's going to check out, and RJ's going to come back in. So, Tag, you're it. Come on in, Mr. Barrett, and start carrying us. SGA is a little tired right now. You can tell he's a little winded at this point. So, RJ is on the ball, guarding Dante Exum. A lot of turnovers in the second half at this point. There weren't so many turnovers in the first quarter, but the game is degenerated to a little bit more chippy and physical and a little bit not as clean. So, yeah, Giddey bounces it into Landell, and RJ, perfect defense, meeting him with the arms outstretched, and Landell just enough to mess up Landell from making the shot, and then him and Dylan get the rebound. Coming back the other way, let's see what happens here. Lugetz working with his Montreal friend, Kem Birch. Now, Dylan gets the defense to fall off him, and he stops and pops, makes the shot. Dylan Brooks, big time in crunch right now. 5.5. He's fired up. Let's see, 13 points for our villain, Dylan. And there's a really crazy pick by Patty Mills and Lou Dort doing a little thespian action there. A little bit of extra embellishment, but you know what? It works on this one. That's right. Dwight's fired up from the bench, cheering on his teammates. And, yeah, that elbow shiver by Patty Mills of Australia on Lugetz, yeah, that was enough for them to say, yeah, he led with the elbow, the shoulder. And that's why. And Dort kind of turned around and said, pop them in the back, too, for that one. Pop them in the back. 6-point lead for Canada, 78-72, 5:20 to go. And Canada has the ball. This is good stuff. There's 3 team fouls on Australia, 0 for Canada so far in this quarter. And Jamal's got it inside. He gets it to RJ on the outside. He's going to take the 3. He's dialed in. RJ Barrett is hitting his shot, baby. He's hitting his shot. That's right. That's right. There you go, RJ Barrett. Get them to call that timeout on the other side. That's right. That guy plays for our team, baby. That guy plays for our team, and we love RJ. RJ is our guy. That's right. He plays for the Raptors, baby. Look at that shot. I'm sure, man, I don't know if Scott's watching this, but I hope he is. And he's seeing the greatness of RJ Barrett and thinking about, man, I get to play with that guy all season long this year. All season long this year. That's right. Let's see. Cool Cat saying those refs need to overturn that call of basketball interference. It's Aussie player's hand on the net, not Shea. You know, in some ways, maybe Shea did touch it just before Jock touched it. In some ways, it's not even the ball, whether he touches the ball. The FIBA may be saying because he touched the net, that's enough for it to be goaltending. Is because a defender's hand is in the net, even if he didn't touch the ball, but Jock did. I don't know. I agree with you, Cool Cat. But I'm going to guess that was the reasoning by official Batista, is that he told Jordy that Shea's hand hit the net, and that's enough to be offensive goaltending, or that's enough to be goaltending right there. Dana's saying, I drink 2 gallons of water a day. My coffee stops at 11, so I'm good. There you go. That's so good you stay so hydrated, especially with how hot it has been. Yesterday was incredibly hot in Ontario. It was like 100 degrees almost here. So, yeah, it's good that you're staying hydrated, Dana. Malaza's saying, yes, it is hit under the net. Yeah, I think it's because SGA just touched the net that they went ahead and called that call that way. That's probably the referee's reasoning for how they called it. All right, they're inbounding the ball. We're going to get back to action here with just over 5 minutes to go in the game. And Canada in control right now, up by 9, 81-72. Fantastic stuff. RJ Barrett doing that. SGA back in the game. And we got Kem Birch, Lou Dort, Jamal, and RJ. And so very top-notch team. Kem's in there to battle, and he's a shit disturber for Jock Landell. Nothing easy with Kem out there when he's down low. Good defense by Canada coming out, and 3's no good. And the ball will be what's the call here? Is there a foul? Or is it just Canada's possession from he stepped out of bounds right there. So that's actually out of bounds on Dante Exum in the corner. His foot is on the line. So this is straight up Canada's possession. 17 turnovers for Australia in the game at this point. That has been key, actually, for the difference in this game. Forcing the turnovers on Australia has been a real boon for Canada. All right, Jamal's finally going to try and show his stuff. He's going against Patty. He gets the contact, and he makes the shot. He wants the 3-point play. He's yelling at the ref. But you made the shot, Jamal. That's something good. I like to see that. So now we're up by 11. Double-digit lead for Canada at this point late in the game with just over 4 minutes to go. This is good stuff. Now RJ switched off to Giddey. Giddey loses the ball, but it's collected by Exum. He's going to take the 3. He's off, but Landell gets another offensive rebound for Australia. The offensive rebounds have been killing us in this game. In some ways, Landell has actually really hurt us there. Exum makes the 3, and he cuts the lead down. So now it's only 8. So, yeah, let's see. Yeah, the offensive rebounds have been a real problem for Canada. They're not boxing out as well as they could. In some ways, that's where the deficiency of our bigs hurts us, right there. Jamal is trying to take over at the end. He dumps it off to Kem, who's patient. He takes a weight, and he gets the layup. Beautiful veteran play by both Jamal Murray and Kem Birch on there. Very, very nice play by those guys. All right, we're back on the other end. Canada playing pretty good defense. Now it's Landell on RJ, and he couldn't tie him up all the way, and he's going to get a 3-point play. So kind of a bad game play there, but it is what it is. 85-75 is the score. So I guess maybe they didn't count the continuation. RJ just hitting them. And that was that. But, yeah, good job by Kem being patient to wait for the layup. Yeah, he pushed him in the back. They don't give him continuation, or do they? It is what it is. In some ways, that Landell guy's annoying. I'm going to see him in the NBA this year, and I'm going to be like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Jock Landell, 13 points, 6 and 9 shooting, 12 rebounds, a double-double for the big man for Australia in this game. He makes the free throw off a very strong bank. And now we're coming back the other way. Let's see what Canada does here. It looks like Dwight Powell and Dylan Brooks will be coming back in to shore up the defense very shortly, right at the end. And oh, look at Kemps hiding out underneath. A nice rifle pass to Kem Birch, cherry picking, putting us up again by 9. Beautiful stuff. Josh Giddey on the move. He tries to shoot it in. Kem's there to bat it out, and RJ gets the ball. Look at that. Kem Birch playing big at the end of the game for us. I told y'all Kem Birch is going to be a hero for Canada, because he may be the best big man on our team at this point. Seriously. Let's see. SGA going against Dyson Daniels. He dribble. He takes the 3. Not the best shot. That's that NBA stuff that SGA does that I can't stand when he does that kind of stuff. It's like, pass the ball around, my guy. Dyson Daniels taking the 3, and he's off. And RJ tracks it down. But there's a foul. It looks like the foul's going to be on Jock Landell. Or no, there's no foul. It just looked like it was stoppage of play. Nope, Canada's got the ball. They got the ball up the court. SGA's in trouble. He's doubled. Jamal helps him out, doubling him. And now Lugetz has it. 2:20 to go, and there's a hummingbird outside my window. There you go, hummingbird. Missed by the Canada team. Just over 2 minutes to go, and it's a 9-point game. Canada has good control of the game at the end. The clock is their friend, and in some ways, Australia is getting a little bit desperate right now. They're getting a little bit desperate with the margin and the clock and where we're at. 2:12 to go, 87-78 for Canada. Yeah, and Giddey is trying to do what he can to try and will Australia to get closer and possibly try and steal this game still at the end of the game. But I don't see it. Canada's got their defensive stoppers in now with Brooks and Powell, and it's going to be tough, especially when Giddey's going to miss his free throws. So Giddey misses the first free throw with 2:12 to go. He is 3 of 7 from 3, 7-14 from the field overall, 18 points for Josh Giddey today. And let's see if he makes the second one. He makes the second one. All right, so now it is a 7-point game. 8-point game, 87-79 for Canada. So good stuff. We this game has not been totally pretty. We do want to get a good point differential if we can, but if it's still just a W, well, you know what? We're going to the next group. And that's what matters in some ways. Now, we don't want to have the USA too early in the next group, or we want to get them later in the medal rounds, but we'll see how it all works out as far as things. Lugetz doing a nice quick run across, and you can flip it right to him, and there's RJ to take that 3. And that man's money for most of the time. He's just a little off. And Australia coming back the other way. And Patty Mills, a man on fire, trying to figure things out and try and get his team going. Jock Landell with dirty picks once again, fighting with Dylan Brooks underneath. It's WWE down there. A very bad shot. RJ tracks down the loose ball. He's just got a nose for it. He's going right at the hoop. They fouled the hell out of him, and now he's posing for a camera. RJ's so cool. He is so cool. RJ Barrett, you're my hero, my guy. He runs over and he stands over the cameraman after that play. But it's good stuff, man. The Canadians are really coming together for a strong effort as a team and representing their country and showing up big against maybe the biggest test in their group, Australia. Australia is a very, very good team. And the fact that Canada is taking this game to them is good. RJ Witt makes the free throw, and he puts the lead back up to a 9-point lead. Let's see if he can make the second one and put that lead back to double digits. The point differential matters, my man. So let's make these free throws and make it look good, Mr. Left Hand. Let's go. There you go. He misses that one. He bricks it. And coming back, minute and a half to go. It's a 9-point lead for Canada. Let's see. Lugetz is all over him. Dylan is there. We got one of our best defensive lineups in there. We got our starters. White right there meeting McVeigh and tying him up. That's a jump ball. The referees called it. And Dylan's fired up with his teammate Powell for his great tenacity. And because it's possession arrow, there's no jump ball. It's just Canada's ball. So good tie up by our Canadians, Dwight Powell and SGA, stopping McVeigh from attacking the rim. Fantastic stuff. And that is Team Canada ball. So let's see. Minute 18 to go. Giddey's going to sit for a second. He's exhausted. And he'll probably be put right back in very, very shortly. So, yeah, Canada has the ball. Jamal Murray's in the game again real quick. Substitution in. And he's dribbling around. And now they're going to give the ball to SGA at the top. So, yeah, we're back on an offensive possession. Put out your offensive guy. There's a lob to Powell, who just kind of barely gets it and guides it into the basket. Not an emphatic dunk, but a beautiful play nonetheless by SGA to find the big man on his team, Dwight Powell. Yeah, attacking the other side, and there's a foul call. So wait, let's see what happens here. It looks like one of them's going to go to the line for Australia. Yeah, wow, what a beautiful pass by SGA. He just barely caught it and guided it. Not really a dunk, just kind of let it drop in by Dwight Powell. Really, really good stuff. In some ways, in the second half, the two guys that have really shown up for Canada have been Dwight Powell and Kem Burge, shoring up that front line as Australia was killing us up front with Jock Landale. And in the late game situations, Kem Burge came in to play some really good rim protection, defense in the paint, and Dwight Powell also playing very gutsy. 8 points for the young Dyson Daniels of the Atlanta Hawks. He toilet bowls the first free throw. So it's a 10-point game, 90-80, and under a minute to go in the game. So Canada's in good shape to close this game out and take their second victory of this 2024 Paris Olympics. There we go. Daniels makes the second one a little bit more straightforward, not so fleshy. And here we go. Dylan Brooks inbounds to Jamal Murray. Back to Dylan Brooks. They're playing a little bit hot potato. Keep away. And now Jamal has it. He fakes the shot. He's like, nah, it's the end of the game. I want to eat this clock. And Daniels is all over him. And they're just going to stand there and eat the clock a bit. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Let's see what Jamal does to break him down. Dylan's coming with the pick. He passes it over to Brooks. Brooks has got Barrett in the corner. If he wants him, no, he's going to do a little turnaround flip. And he liked that shot. It actually looked like it might have fell in, but it doesn't go in. 9-point game, under 30 seconds to go. Dyson Daniels spinning and coming at the hoop. Jock Landale with an easy drop-off pass with a dunk in the lane. So now it's a 7-point game. We got to be careful. There's still 20 seconds to go on the clock. RJ's got it. They're playing the keep away. Jamal's got it. He's dribbling around. He gives it to SGA. They're holding it up. 13 seconds to go in the game. 11 seconds. The shot clock is off, so they can just hold the ball until it runs out, and the game is over. None of this foul stuff at the end of the game. Dylan Brooks with the exclamation point. Beautiful three by Villain Dylan, putting that lead back up to 10. That point differential at double digits now, and he embraces Jock Landale, and he's dapping his coach. Dylan Brooks, big, huge three at the end to give us a double-digit win over Australia. 10-point win for Canada, baby. Let's go, Canada. Woo! That's right, 93-83. Canada beating the Australian Boomers. A fantastic competitive game. Very entertaining today. Very gutsy, scrappy game. I love to see the effort by RJ Barrett, Dylan Brooks, Dwight Powell. Very fantastic, tough win by these guys. SGA showing that NBA talent at times with some amazing offensive plays. Just overall, a great job by the Canada team to let their team play as a team and step up and do the right things to win. So fantastic job. Australia, you're a good team too. And well, no, you never know. Australia could still go to the next group, even though we just beat them because they win all their games. They go ahead and beat Greece. Well, they could be very well still in the competition. So there is a possibility. We probably won't have to play them. Look at the good sportsmanship. They're clapping for the crowd. And there's the Canadian fans holding the flag. There's a young lady wearing a Raptors jersey, number 41 for Kelly Olynyk. That just a beautiful, beautiful day. Raptors are proud of their Team Canada guys, RJ Barrett and Kelly Olynyk. And yeah, good job, Kem Burge. Good job, Kem Burge. You get a good contribution in there. Nate Bjorngren dapping the big man, number 92, and Powell and Brooks coming out, the defensive pillars of the starting lineup. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Bravo. Good job, Canada. Yes, that's right. Let's see. Cool Cat saying Birch needs to hit those shots, though. He's doing great on defense, which is awesome. Yeah, he was a little bit bunny missing in the beginning when he came out, but he made some important shots later on, collecting himself and taking his time and making some layups late in the game to add to our point total. But yeah, the earlier stint with Kem Burge, he was missing a lot near the basket, some of those easy shots. Isaac Campbell's got the Maple Leaf on blast. I love it. Benevolent Isaac Campbell holding it down in the nation's capital of Ottawa. Very proud of the Canadian team today, beating Australia this morning. Dana's saying, I'm on the fence with the refs, borderline two-finger salute. Listen, they're going to piss everybody off. They pissed off Australia. We saw Josh Giddey get really mad at them at one point. Well, they pissed us off too. They pissed off the SGA at a certain point. Well, that's a good refs. If they're pissing off everybody, well, that means they're good refs. Listen, all I care about is this and the point differential afterwards. And yeah, Canada's in good shape. Good shape. We're 2-0. We're the only team in Group A that is 2-0 at this point. Every single team in our group has lost now. Spain has lost, Australia has lost, and Greece has lost twice. So we're in good shape. We're in very, very good shape to go further into the Olympics. In some ways, that's kind of what you do in the Olympics. You take it step by step. You get through the initial group stage, you get to the next stage, and then you want to get to the medal stage. So good job. We got the stats up real quick. Canada shot 51% in the end from the field. Australia shot so good in the early, but they cooled down to 48. Our free point percentage was 36%, making 9 threes to their 8 threes. And the free throws, we could have done better, 74%. They had 79%. 11 steals for Canada. Fantastic. They did out rebound us, which is interesting in this game, but we still won. And the turnovers, very key. 18 turnovers for Australia, only 10 for Canada. So in the beginning, Canada had some bad turnovers in the first half, but we tightened things up in the second half and took care of the ball. Meanwhile, being real pest for the other side and making them have a really hard time with keeping the ball out of us stealing it. So really good defense in the second half by Canada. And there's the standings on my screen right now with they have a plus 17 point differential. That's fantastic. Canada has a plus 17 point differential. That will help things going forward. Trust me, that will help things. Yeah, Fiercely saying suspect officiating. They want to limit the points differential. Well, they did, but Dylan had another plan and he bombed that 3 right at the end, and that got it. It's nice to see Paris officials talking with Canada fans on the screen there. Cool Cat saying Nebhard's so inexperienced. It's showing this stint will help him a lot with next Olympics with Edie. That's part of it. We want to have the young crop growing underneath the main crop right now, and Andrew Nebhard is a symbol of that. And in some ways, you're exactly right. If there's the other pacer, Mathurin, Sharp, Miller, and other young Canadians that are in the league just coming in, like Omax, they are going to get their chance to come in and do what they do. Now, RJ's in the interview. I want to go ahead and listen to him, guys. He's tired. All right, awesome. We hear RJ Barrett very humble talking about first of all his team. It's a big part. It's not him, it's his team. Once again, he's very unselfish and not an egomaniac. He's going to talk about his team first, and then of course he says he gives up the glory to God in his what he's able to do. Very focused. Looking forward to the Spain game now, and going to be playing the Spanish team on Friday. So we'll have our next watch along in 2 days from now on Friday. I believe it's more in the afternoon. It's actually after my normal stream time. I think it's around 11 a.m. on Friday morning. I will be doing this once again, calling the game live. Team Canada versus Team Spain on Friday morning. I guess I should say Friday morning. Yeah, good to hear RJ in the interview afterwards, representing the Raptors and Team Canada right there. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful stuff. Malaza saying, "Common Canada, don't waste shoots, hustle the foul." That's right. And Dana's saying, Fiercely, you just convinced me. The refs got my 2-finger salute. I'm okay with them. In some ways, look, I listen, you know how hard I am on refs. And honestly, I feel like the refs have been okay the two games. There's been a lot of suspicion about point differentials, conspiracy theories, and stuff like that. But I'm not going to do that. I think as long as we're winning and we're doing good things, I won't blame stuff like that unless it's egregiously hurt us in what we're trying to do and accomplish. Then I'll say something about it. But right now, I'm okay with the refs. It is what it is. Yeah. Let's see. Milaz is saying that was nice. Yeah, good game. Isaac's got RJ on blast. I love to see that. Cool Cat saying refs have decided that Canada will have to fight like crazy to win games this Olympics. You can see the bias in the whistle. Proof facts don't mean anything to them. Yeah, I mean, whether it's the 6-point deduction from the women's soccer team, whether it's other different competitions, in some ways, Canada's on the rise in athletics in general. And in some ways, we're going to start rivaling the USA and other powers that have been established for a long, long time. Maybe there are powers out there that are like, whoa, Canada's a little upstart right now, a little bit of an upstart country in athletics in different areas. So, I mean, it is what it is, Cool Cat. We don't want this to be a reality. I'd like to think that FIBA officials are very fair and that in some ways, maybe this isn't true. And it's just that we're very biased for our team, and any call that goes against them, we feel like is a game is like unfair. So I don't know. I want to look at this with open eyes in a fair way. And I'm going to say right now, FIBA's fine. This is definitely not the level of the NBA refs and what they do. That's what I would say right there. Malaza's saying, damn, Australia closed with the 3-pointer. Yeah. Yeah, that was a good game. And I'm glad that we got a 10-point victory. That's a big, big deal. It looks like they're starting to line up for the next game. It's Spain and Greece, or this is the replay from earlier. This is the replay for earlier. All right, I'm going to go ahead and close the window that I'm watching on just real quick, just so I'm not distracted by something in there. Kareem saying, I know it's Scotty's team, but RJ may be the unsung hero. We got 2 players going to the All-Star game this year, folks. I don't know if that'll happen. Once again, you get All-Stars considering your record. And if we're not a very good team, we'll be lucky if we get an All-Star. Let's just put it that way. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. They may be All-Stars in our eyes, but it could very well be that Scotty's the only one going to the All-Star game once again. So, yeah, Cowboys saying that was nasty, Lou Dort. Yeah, Lou Dort, very key in this game, but not in scoring. He did open up the game with the 3, and that was awesome. And he did a couple of little things, but really the defense and the way that he stole that ball from Josh Giddey was absolutely outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. Cowboys saying everybody slam dunk that like button. I appreciate you, Bradley. And Butt Dial, adapt to you. And Cool Cat saying, I know RJ and Dort are getting some rest. I hope they come in very soon. And they did. And they closed it out. Cool Cat saying, basketball gods, please give Murray his shot back. Yeah, in some ways, like Jordy said, hopefully he'll be on time to show up when it really matters in the medal round. Like if Jamal is ramping up and getting to a certain point, hopefully these games, yeah, we didn't need him as much. And now he's going to show up and do what he does. So I'm all about it. Yeah. Who did just subbed up? David is here. Our commissioner of trivia. David has returned to the chat. He's got to tell us about what he did in the North American Bridge Championships. But David, I appreciate you being back. He has subbed up his 11th month in a row as a gold level member on this channel. We appreciate your work with the channel, David, and your subscription. All right, let's see. Fiercely saying at Kareem, I would say 3 players are heading to the All-Star barbecue. Yeah, that's not realistic, guys. You know that's not realistic. You know that is not realistic. And as much as I wish it was, I wish that I could say that that's going to happen. You know that is not realistic. So let's see. All right, it jumped ahead. Let me make sure I get back to where I want to be in the chat. I will read all y'all's comments today. But if there's a lot of ones that are just pertaining to the game and they don't really fit with me reading them now, I may ask you guys to take them back. Let's see. Fiercely saying, is Jamal injured? He's looking extremely rough. He is slightly injured. That is true. Cool Cat saying, I love that Birch is getting minutes as a second center. He is physically strong. Yeah, he had key minutes today. I should say tonight for them, but it's this morning here. Angry saying, I'm really enjoying this game. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed my call. And it supplemented and made it more fun. Who's going to call Jock Landell Logan Paul? I mean, come on. Fiercely saying, thank goodness for Kem. Yeah, Kem was really key at the end. And the interior defense was important because they could have tried to get back in. The way they were going into the lane and just getting easy stuff was really bad in the first half. Isaac's got trust in Jamal. Okay, we're going to trust in Maple Arrow, Jamal Murray. Malaza's saying, how 92 don't use his power, dominate the paint. Yeah, that's the thing. Kem is very, very much a load. And if he's just there taking up space, he will stand there. And if he puts his arms up, it'll be really hard for people to make shots around him. And that was part of that at the end in the last sequence where Jock Landell was trying to go to the basket. Well, Kem's a shit disturber. He just has to have his presence there, and it'll make people miss. You know, there's a little bit of a body check, a little bit of a side thing while his hands are up like that, maybe. And that helps. But Kem's very experienced veteran, and he's a FIBA player also. So this is the right setting for him to play. Yeah, this is the right setting for him to play. Dana's saying, don't say that. Let Giddey talk smack the refs all he wants. Yeah. Fiercely saying, Lugette's flopping expertise helping us. Yeah. Yeah, but that Patty Mills shoulder was a total lead with the shoulder, and that has to be called. It really is because he led with the shoulder and came right into him. And now, see, Patty is smart. He's a vet of the NBA for many years. He knows how strong Lugetz is, and it's going to hurt. So, in some ways, that was him bracing for Lugetz coming at him. And it's going to be a foul on him because he's leading with the shoulder. So, yeah, that was rough. Yeah. Dylan Brooks getting on blast by Dana, and Cool Cat saying RJ3. They want to shut down SGA or Murray. RJ is there to punish them. Yeah, the options are there, and that's one of the things RJ's saying after the game is like having those great players around him makes it easy for him because in some ways they're going to go and worry about Gilgeous-Alexander. They're going to worry about Jamal Murray and his reputation. And well, RJ's the beneficiary because he's over there open and they're dumping it to him and he's money for that left-handed shot from outside. Really, really pretty stuff. Really, really pretty stuff. Yeah, Milaz's saying Alexander just missed one shot. That's pretty good. So SGA had a pretty good shooting game. Not like Kevin Durant the other day. Well, I guess if you only missed one. G saying, yes, they seem to be pulling away. And Trevor's saying Darko must be loving how RJ's playing. Yeah, I wonder how our coach Rajakovic is watching RJ. And you know what? I want to say this right now. RJ's put in work, and he's already better than he was at the end of the year right now. The things he's done for these first two games of the Olympics for Canada has been impressive. And RJ Barrett's put in that work this summer, and we're seeing it on the court right now in Paris. This is a fantastic job. I'm sure Darko's smiling real big, Trevor. I'm sure he is. Yeah, Cool Cat saying, I love how Murray can find Kem easy shots at the rim. His defense is really good. The team play was really good, and the unselfishness between Canada and getting easy shots. There was some of that with Australia in the first half where they were really finding each other with interesting stuff. Well, in the second half, Canada really unselfish and finding good passes to different guys. Molaza saying, I need Canada to win by over 15. Okay. Why? Do you have a bet? But now it's got Birch cherry picking. That's right. And Cool Cat saying the clock management is needed. That's right. G saying he's proud of Kem. Good call on him. Melaza saying point differential is important for better position in the semifinals. It's exactly true. And hopefully our plus 17 point differential will factor in a good way. We still have one more game. We got to see what the point differential is with Spain and hopefully a victory for Canada over them. So, yeah, Isaac's got RJ on blast. I love it. Burn time. Yeah, that's right. Hot potato, pass that ball around and let that clock run. That's right. There's the dagger by Dylan. I love it. Milaza's saying Puerto Rico needs to beat Serbia tomorrow. Serbia and Japan got the worst points differential so far. This is interesting because Serbia is doing so poorly in that group. Maybe y'all do have a chance to get out of that group. Because, listen, USA, obviously, pencil them in. They're going to the next round, the knockout round. But will Puerto Rico sneak in there instead of Serbia? That would be an amazing story if that could happen. Now, Alvarado being hurt, it may be tough for you guys. But, man, I would love that. That's an underdog story. Although, I would say Serbia being such a top team, later on in the later rounds, they may have the better chance of trying to get something against USA, although they didn't play USA very well the first time they played them. So why not Puerto Rico? Knock out Serbia and get to the knockout round. Yeah, go ahead. I'll root for you guys. Seriously. Even though Jokic and Bojan, yeah, I'll root for you guys. Cool Cat saying winning by 10. Hopefully we get some help on the differential points. That's right. Let's grow Canada. There you go. There's the tractor. You guys got the tractor out because we won. Kareem saying Dylan with the 3 in front of Aussie's bench with time expiring when they conceded defeat is why he's a villain. Yeah. Well, the point differential matters. And it's not really like, oh, we won, let the clock run out. No, hit that 3 and get those points because we're going to need them. We're going to need them. So it's not like it's not showing up. It's not running the score. It's not disrespectful. It's part of the competition because we need those points. And I don't think anybody's going to get mad at him for taking a 3 right at the end of the game and making it. Because in some ways we needed that. Dap to G for sure. There you go. Cowboys got RJ and Dylan on blast. I love it. I love it. Neil's here. Hello, Neil. Canada has won once again. Malaza's saying for female basketball, they need to drop the rim 2 feet. Every team struggled in the paint. I don't know about that. In some ways, we want to keep things the way that they are. But, I mean, it depends. Certain teams have no problem with that rim being there in the women's basketball. That's for sure. Let's see. Cowboys saying, who is our next victim? Spain. Spain on Friday, around 11 a.m. That is the last team in the group that we got to play, Cowboy. And I hope you'll join me around 11 a.m. on Friday afternoon. We will be watching the Spain game just like we just watched the Australia game. That's right. That's right. Who's next, Goldberg? Is what that guy's saying. Yeah, Cowboys got the logo on blast. Malaza saying Greece had two to lose. Congratulations, Canada. There you go. Malaza celebrating the Canadian victory. I love to see it. Blackhawk saying respect Australia. Good game. We won. Fozzie Bear. Yay. There you go. Yeah, you want to say top Fozzie Bear? You're going to talk about some puppets? Well, why don't I get our old Canadian friend? Oh, I show something. Listen, Justin, Canada has won once again, Justin. How do you feel about this as being the Canadian content officer of this channel? We have a CRTC. It's all in one little rodent that is aquatic named Justin Beaver. And this is him. You're happy and proud of Canada today, Justin. Don't be shy. You can talk to us today. Are you going to talk? No. Okay. Yeah. You're very proud about Canada winning against Australia. You hope that they win against Spain tomorrow on Friday too? Okay, that's great. All right. Why are you you're not woken up yet, are you? Yeah, I can tell. I woke him. It's too early for him. You got to go back to sleep, my son. Go get in the dam. Damn you, son. Damn, go to the dam. That's so stupid. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's see. Troy Henry's here. Good to see Raptor Freak Troy Henry stepping in and saying, what's up to the Raptor Freaks? Good day for Canada. Let's go 2 for 2. That's right. That's what we did, Troy. Good to see you, my guy. I'm going to give you a dunk for showing up in the chat. It's been a little bit since we've seen you, Troy. We always like seeing you, man. I'm going to give you a 1. You got the Grady Dick #1, your first dunk of 2024, Troy. G saying RJ with 24 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. That's a nice stat line. In some ways, they need to put him in the top performers of the day stat. They didn't have him in the last one, and they probably should have. But they had 2 Americans and only 1 Canadian, and that was SGA. But RJ's going to have to get that respect. Everyone was saying that was a hard game. Jamal has no lift. That break, he would have dunked it. I respect him for playing through it, though. Yeah, that's scary. In some ways, we're not got the 100% Jamal Murray. And I think that you're right, Infamous. It looks like a similar thing to what was happening with Gary Trent Jr. last season for the Raptors. No lift, not going up the dunk balls. Well, there's something wrong with him. So I think that Jamal is injured. And in some ways, that's why he's not starting. And that's why, in some ways, maybe they're not trying to go to him as hard as they might. But he's such a talent. He's such a threat. He's probably still really good to have out there, even if he's not 100%. It's like 80% Jamal Murray is still really badass. So, yeah, I think you're exactly right, Infamous. I'm going to give you a dunk for being observant and noticing that about our guy Murray. It's too bad. 27 dunks for Infamous. Let's see. Cowboys saying the commentators made me laugh when they said RJ's a longtime Raptor and Lou Dort plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. Let's go, Canada. Who said that? I didn't say that. I don't know who said that. Those people don't know what they're talking about. Malaza saying, I got Japan over France. Are you watching the game? That would be a huge upset. Seriously, if Japan can beat France today, ooh, I love that. Yuta Watanabe. You go ahead and go, Watanabe. And show up Victor and Rudy Gobert. That would be amazing. If that happened, Malaza, it would be crazy because they're the host country. And in some ways, the basketball is a marquee thing. And in some ways, if France doesn't get to the next round somehow, that's a very huge disappointment. Very, very huge disappointment. All right, let's go Japan. Let's go Japan. Cowboys saying RJ is a Raptor beast. Let's go. There you go. David checking in. Guardian Transit saying great game. Good to see you, Guardian Transit. Another name popping in here at the end. Cowboys saying Uncle St. David in the house. I hope you did good in your competition. I don't know. Let's see. David, I haven't talked to him. I don't know how he did in his competition. And in some ways, I'm waiting for him to update our trivia standings. Go ahead and add it all up, David. I've been doing the classic card, but that's it. I have not added anything up. You need to do the tally. In some ways, I've needed you to be here. But I understand you had something else to do. And that's part of the reason why I don't like giving responsibilities to people on this channel. Is because I become reliant on them and they're not there. And I'm like, it was kind of like that the last couple of weeks. But let's see. Trevor's got 24 points for the MVP. That's right. Blackhawks saying we need Canada versus US in the finals. I agree. This is just better for the world in general. And David saying, are we doing well in the Olympics? David, we're 2-0 for Team Canada basketball. The other sports, yeah, we're doing good. Go check out the Olympic breakdown. I think Canada's doing well overall. Yeah. Let's see. Cowboys got RJ on blast. Fiercely saying, speaking of Mathurin, I haven't seen him on the bench. I don't know if he's there. I don't know if he's actually over there on the bench, but I don't know. I don't know. He was supposed to be there, him and Shaden Sharp, but I don't know what's going on with them. In some ways, they showed up for practice. They showed up for the training camp. Maybe they don't have to come all the way over here. Maybe it costs Team Canada too much to fly guys that aren't actually going to play at all. I don't know. I don't know what level of them being involved and being around is the point where we're going to give you a hotel room and plane tickets, but Canada program doesn't have money for a guy who's not even going to play. So it could be very well that, Fiercey, right there. Is it the coffers of Team Canada to spend? Why would they spend money to pay for a guy's hotel and airfare if he's not even going to play? So I think that's what it is right there. Kareem saying no friends. 2-0, David. 2-0. That's right. Fiercely saying, David, welcome back. Hope the tournament went well. I hope he gives us what happened. Kareem saying the bridge is over. The bridge is over. The bridge is over. Okay, Vince Carter. Shannon saying, good morning, Canada. What a game. RJ leads Team Canada the win. They beat a really good team. I agree, Shannon. And I know you're a big, huge RJ stan. I respect that, man. I respect that. And yeah, RJ showing really good stuff. Once again, he's dialed in. This is the great thing about RJ. As much as Jamal is kind of and SGA is hit and miss, but he's been mostly good. RJ has dialed in. He is dialed in, and he's been fantastic, making great decisions all over the place, passing, taking threes, attacking the rim, just very, very stout down near the basket, being kind of one of our pseudo bigs and trying to hold space and rebound against bigger Australian players. RJ, very, very commendable performance today. And Shannon, respect to you as a huge RJ fan. Yes, I'd say he led our team. He got the interview after the game. That's right. Randolph saying good win for Team Canada. Blessings to Randolph Phillips and the Phillips family and all the Raptor Freak families out there. Always good to see Randolph. David saying it only really goes well for one team. We did well in a few events. It was nice to see some old friends. It's also nice to not have to travel 45 weeks in a year anymore. I'm too old. All right. So it sounds like his team did win, but, they had fun and they got to revisit people and hang out and play bridge. So that's all that matters. There you go, David. I'm glad you had a good time. And I'm glad to see you back. Seriously, can you give us a trivia update on the points totals at some point? Like add up all the classic cards I've done for the last couple weeks and just give me a new standings because I have no idea who's leading in the standings of the trivia. I have no idea what the point totals are at this point. And in some ways, I like to control all that, and not having control over this has been kind of annoying me. I'm not going to lie, David. In some ways, you doing the trivia is great, but I don't want you absentee doing it. And I understand that you were very busy last couple weeks, but I need you to keep up on this. I really, really do. And I don't want to feel like I'm annoyed because you're doing it and you're not keeping up with it in a certain way. I know you had a good excuse recently, but this is a serious responsibility on this channel. And when I did the trivia my own self, I was so meticulous and on top of it at the minute. That very minute that trivia was over on Tuesday, I did all the scoring and adding up. And right now, I have no idea what the totals are right now. And it's driving me nuts. I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah, Cowboys saying great win. Blackhawks saying Boogie Down Productions. I see you. All right, there you go. Alley-oop to David. Yeah, we'll give David an alley-oop for his triumphant play in the tournament recently. We're going to give him a three-pointer, 155, David. You're at 155 at this point. Glad to see you return. Let's see, Bud Tiles dapping to Neil. 84 babies. Let's go. All right, there you go, Cowboy. Word to the butt dialer. Big up to CC, the Canadian Cowboys. Final score, 10-point win for Canada. Seymour Pape, Canada winning by 10. Let's see, Cowboys saying Blackhawk hope all as well. And hang on, this jumping ahead. Let me get back to where you guys are in the chat. We're gonna do a little going over the end of the game here. Where is it? Blackhawk Hopewell as well. Guardian Transit saying this game was called a lot better than the Greece game. I agree with this. I feel like the calls in the first game that Canada had were over called, and in some ways the number of fouls that were in that game were crazy compared to all the other games. So I agree with this, Guardian Transit. I'm gonna give you a dunk because you're exactly right. This was a much better called game. You're gonna get one dunk, so you're a DJ Carton 3. You got a 3 dunks now. Cool Cat saying, great broadcast job, Lex. It was awesome with the dub. I was never stressed or worried about the dub. I love that Cool Cat wasn't stressing because I know at times Cool Cat could get stressed at games, but she's calm, cool, and collected. She believed in our guys, her Villain Dylan, her RJ Barrett, and she knew they were going to come through at the end. She had no worries at all. There you go. Malaza's saying, are you watching Japan versus France? No, I have to do other things with my life. I'm such a crazy fanatic for Raptors and Team Canada. I will do everything to watch everything for that, but I have other things I got to do in my life. So I will be busy after this. But I appreciate you guys watching today. And I hope, like you said, Japan beats France. I'm with that. Brian's here. Good to see Brian from To The Point. What's up, Freak Nation? Just finished work and glad to be here. Brian, you do the late shift. He's on the night shift. Things are coming around. Brian's going to be down to watch Team Canada after the night shift. The night shift. He's on that night shift. David saying, I missed having the stream in the morning. The schedule made it impossible. Yeah, it's all good. I'm understanding of this and stuff like that. But yeah, now that you're back, get on top of it. Please, please. Stargate saying Jamal Murray has got to be injured. He just looks very uncomfortable out there. For sure. For sure. I don't know what it is. It's like he's trying to stay loose. He doesn't want to stay too rigid. So he's a little happy-go-lucky. In some ways, he's not Eye of the Tiger, Jamal Murray, that he can be. And it may be partly because he's slightly hurt and he can't be too serious. If you tighten up and you're like, you're hurt, no, you can make it worse. So he has to be loose. And maybe that's a little bit why I'm reading his energy as being casual right now, is what I'm thinking. Cowboys saying it doesn't matter, Sheriff, we won. Hit the targets, hit more targets than Australia. Let's go, Birch. There you go. I like that. Blackhawks saying Jamal getting better and commanding the floor. The shooting will come. Besides, the three-point shooting has to be recalibrated for FIBA court. I don't like how SGA and Jamal and Nebhart sometimes get into NBA mode. In some ways, I don't like that. And in some ways, I get it. The supreme talent of NBA players can do this one-on-one, crazy dribble, shake your guy off, take the shot. And they were successful with it at times in this game. But still, especially if Murray's not right with his legs, he shouldn't be trying to one-on-one guys and isolation guys, especially from the outside, break them free and then shoot over them. His shortest shot, his legs aren't under him. So in some ways, let's play the team game of FIBA and find RJ Barrett in that corner when they collapse on you. That's what I want right there. Yeah. Seymour saying it's funny. A year ago, Murray and Jokic were clowning the world, and Murray was even a no-show in our bronze run. Now they're realizing how hard FIBA ball is. Great win. Yeah, I'm not going to diss either one of those guys or the Nuggets in their championship. I respect both of them. And, well, I'm glad Jokic is there this year. What do you expect those guys to show up and play for their teams last year when they went on a deep championship run? Neither one of them played last year. Well, they're playing this year, and they're having effects on their teams, especially Jokic. Seymour saying, wait, I read that. Blackhawks saying, all good, Canadian Cowboy. How are you holding it down? There you go. I'm sure he's doing well. He's down near the Eaton Center, near that beautiful new advertisement of RJ Barrett with the Puma on the side of the Eaton Center. You guys go down to Yonge and Dundas Square, and you'll see our great Canadian Toronto Raptor playing in his Puma gear on the big side of the wall there. That's where you know you made it in Toronto when you're on the side of the Eaton Center and you're like 2, 3, or you're 5 stories tall. That's right. Butt Dial saying R. Kelly, Josh Giddey. Oh, didn't show up in the second half. That's why the wind blew him to Chicago. Damn. It's like Kareem has a way of words. He made R. Kelly allegation reference to Josh Giddey. In some ways, that's not totally fair, but I'll allow it. And then also he made a Windy City joke about him being on the Bulls also. I gave you a 3-pointer already. I can't give you any more. I'm sorry. Cowboys 3 stars of the game, RJ, SGA, and Lou Dort. Those aren't bad. I may have a little different tomorrow when we do the full reaction tomorrow. Cowboys saying, I'm good, bro. I'm giddy over this win. Okay, I see what you did there, Cowboy. Since you made a little joke, I'm going to give you a dunk because you're giddy about this win. Ha ha. You're 85 now, guy, so you're not your birth year anymore. All right, let's see. Cowboys laughing at Kareem. Blackhawks saying, I still give Giddey respect. He can play. Australia hounded the boards. You know what impressed me about Giddey in this game was the way that he was shooting. His shooting from outside was really on track. He was nasty. He's dangerous. If he can get even better from outside, that's going to make his game in the NBA so much more dangerous. I don't know. I still think a lot of people think that Oklahoma City won that trade with Giddey and Caruso. But I don't think that's exactly true. Josh Giddey is a good player, and we saw that today. And Chicago got a nice young player in that deal. Caruso's older, and honestly, Caruso has played way above and beyond his talent level where he should be. And in some ways, those kind of guys aren't going to get any better, but Josh Giddey could get a lot better. So I would say the Bulls won that trade, even though a lot of people are saying, what? They got Caruso for Giddy. Yeah, I don't think that the Thunder won that one. Seriously, I don't. I really don't. It's interesting. Amit Gaming's here. Good to see our Raptor Freak trivia champion, current champion, season 3 champion. Amit Gaming's in the house. Good morning, y'all. Long time no see. Been busy hanging out with the family. Hope everyone is doing well. Just finished watching the game. Didn't love the calls by the refs, but still a pretty good game. Yeah, and recently it's been announced that the Toronto Pro-Am will be going on once again. And this time it's going to be Norman Powell and Chris Boucher are going to be some of the people that are going to be at the Toronto Pro-Am at Mattamy Center in the beginning of August. So next week, y'all. So if you want to see 2 former Toronto Raptor champions, Norman Powell and Chris Boucher, play, they're going to be at the Toronto Pro-Am professional amateur game at Mattamy Center next week, y'all. So it's coming up very, very quickly. And hopefully Ahmed will still be in town so he can go to that game and check it out. Yeah, there you go. Cowboys getting the laughs from Blackhawk. And Blackhawk saying, I'm going to go join Cowboy in celebrating by saying, Australia, giddy up. All right, now be careful. We know how Greece fans got so mad about walk-up jokes. So we're going to say, is this what's going to be the trend? SGA is going to go on Instagram in a little while later today and show highlights of the game and maybe a crazy block he had on Josh Giddey or something. And it'll say, I don't run up anymore. I giddy up now. Yeah, maybe that'll be the joke. He's like, he's walking up. He's giddying up. I don't know. I think that's pretty funny. Let's see. Cowboys saying, giddy up. Yeah, alley-oop, bro. All right, alley-oop to Blackhawk. I can do that. We'll give Neil a dunk real quick here. You're at the Delano Banton 45, my guy. You got that Rexdale bus, Neil. Pretty cool. Yeah. Naco the Nacho is here. Good to see Gerald Mayhew. RJ was on their necks. Yeah, I love it. Don't you? Malaz is saying Puerto Rico eliminated Italy and Lithuania. That's why we are mad when we lose with the loss to South Sudan. Yeah, South Sudan is something new. Something new. And they are coming. Look out. Look out. South Sudan is a force. And this is a crazy thing. That country is the newest country that's in the Olympics. They're not a very new country. South Sudan became a country like in the last 10 years. And then the other thing is, this is a crazy fun fact about South Sudan. They do not have a single indoor basketball court in that whole entire country. There's only basketball courts outside. They do not have a gymnasium in that whole entire country. And they have an Olympic team. That just tells you enough about right there. Why hasn't Masai and Giants of Africa and all the work they're doing built a gym in South Sudan yet? Seriously, because they have no indoor gym. There isn't a single indoor basketball court in the whole entire country of South Sudan, and they're in the Olympics. So you don't tell me that's not interesting or crazy good. Yeah, damn right we're watching on Friday Legs. All right, Neil, I'll be happy to see you then. We have a couple days of streams before then. We'll have a reaction to this game that we just did. I'll get the box score, and I'll go over it tomorrow. And then Thursday, we'll have a think tank, and I don't know what the subject will be. We'll figure it out. But Friday, we'll be doing another game on Friday morning. That's right. That's right. G saying RJ did all that in 25 minutes. Beautiful, beautiful stat line for RJ Barrett in 25 minutes of FIBA action today. Love seeing it. RJ in beast mode. That's right. Fiercely saying Justin Beaver is tired. The stream was too early. Let him cook till Friday. Yeah, he's tired. He's tired. And yeah, he's just over here laying down. Yeah, he's laying down. He's tired. That's right. That's right. Thanks for the dunk, brother. No problem, Troy. We miss you, man. I like to see you pop up in the chat every once in a while. Malaz is saying Spain is very good overall team. They don't have one single star, but they've got 12 good players playing as a unit. Yeah, I think they dropped off, though. I mean, we've got to think about what Spain was before this. They've been such the creme de la creme powerhouse in FIBA Olympic international basketball. And they're not that anymore. They are not that. In some ways, they were always top 3, but they're not that right now. I'm going to tell you that right now. They are not one of the top 5 teams at the Olympics right now. And they're getting sussed out. Now, they do have depth. You're right. But in some ways, their depth of talent is not the way it used to be. It's very strange how it's been like this. I wish good things for Sergio Scariolo's team because I love Sergio. And Juancho, hey, he's an old Raptor. In some ways, I like old Juancho Hernan-Gomez. But Spain's dropped off. And so is France, to be honest. Those two teams were absolute powerhouses in international basketball, and they've dropped off. They're dropping off right now. Seriously. Cowboys saying alley-oop to Troy. Let's give him a 2. Let's grow. You want him to get the number 2 because of SGA? That's what you want. You want to get him an SGA number 2. What about a Jonathan Mobo 2? It is Canada and Olympic basketball right now. So Troy Henry, you're at the SGA 2. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander 2. Just like my jersey, my guy. Look at this beautiful jersey Tom Duke gave to me. SGA Casey Bannerman jersey. I love it. I love it. I love it. Nako saying Dwight was a key. Yeah, I'll agree with this. Dwight was scrappy. Dwight was ugly at times. It wasn't totally clean. Kelly was totally ineffective in this game. And Dwight and Kem had to be the big men that helped us out. Even Trey Lyles wasn't that good either. Cool Cat saying, I love that we have Murray closing games. His IQ and clutch shots, ball handling is the right decision for closing games. Save him for those critical times. Yeah, I agree with this. That probably was smart. Now, this is the whole thing. You know, we start the defensive guys in the starting lineup, Dylan Brooks, Dwight Powell, Luke Dort, but we have offensive guys. And in some ways at the end of the game for Jordi Fernandez, he has that luxury of, you know, I want to play more of my defensive guys when we have the lead and we're on defense, but I can make those quick substitutions and put Jamal Murray in for Luke Dort if we need more offensive firepower for some reason all of a sudden. So that's a nice look. Maybe you switch Nembhard out for Dylan Brooks. You switch Kem Birch, or you bring out Dwight Powell and you put Nickel in, and you have more scores. You know, that kind of stuff is nice for Jordi Fernandez to have different looks on both sides of the ball. You want to have a more defensive oriented lineup? Dort, Brooks, Powell. You want to have more offensive lineup? Murray, Nembhard. That kind of stuff. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff. And really good substitutions by Jordy at the end of the game for having Murray out there, like you said. Shannon saying after 2 games, it's fair to say RJ should be in the MVP conversation for FIBA. Team Canada is fun to watch. They compete on both ends and play well together. They know how good they are. Yeah, I love that we're good on both ends. We do really have the top level talent at both ends. We have really, really high-level scorers in SGA and Murray, and then the defensive prowess of people like Dylan Brooks and Luke Dort is top-notch NBA-level stuff too. So, yeah, I don't know. Shannon, I know you love RJ so much, and you really want that MVP for him. Well, in some ways, RJ's this unassuming guy who's just going to go about his work. He's not doing it for the accolades. He's not doing it for himself. And just like he said at the end of the game, it's for my team and the glory of God. And in some ways, that's part of it. In some ways, SGA's can get the attention. He may get more of a chance to be an MVP in the Olympics if we win it all. But, you know, RJ will be that unsung hero, possibly. I don't disagree with you. I would love that. I would love something like Jaylen Brown winning the finals MVP over Jason Tatum to happen in this case. If Canada wins the gold medal and all of a sudden RJ Barrett's the MVP of the whole entire tournament, I would love that, Shannon. But I don't know if it's going to be very realistic, considering there's a very high chance USA is going to win. They're going to have the MVP. Or if Canada did win, it probably would be SGA's. Just so I don't know, but it's arguable that RJ is the MVP for Canada right now, for sure. For sure. Neil saying true, Cool Cat. That's why I ain't worried about Murray going off. As a ball handler, he can be steadier than Andrew. Yeah, and the experience, the pressure situation, in some ways he's going to know what to do. He had a little bit of a block there at the end. So really heady plays by Jamal Murray at the end of the game to close it out. Alan Tam's here. He's saying next game, Team Canada versus Australia again on Friday. No, Spain. We'll play Spain on Friday. Alan Tam, bam, son. Yeah, RJ is a dog. Raptor Freak James coming in and flexing for him. I love it. James, good morning to you. Always good to see you. Neil's saying, hang on. Neil's saying Canada versus Spain on Friday. That's right. Stargate saying, didn't Summer win gold in the pool yesterday? 17 years old and kicking ass. Yes, Summer McIntosh winning the 400 medley in swimming. Fantastic. I actually watched the replay of that event. She did a fantastic job. She was leading pretty much the whole thing. I do have expertise on that particular event because I competed in that event as a young person, the 400 medley, doing all 4 strokes. So I understand what she did there, and she really did a good pace throughout that whole 400 meters. Man, really, really good job by Summer McIntosh winning gold for Canada in the 400 medley in swimming. Nako's saying SGA made some good, key, smart decisions too. Yeah, he was top-level talent, and the NBA talent of him shone through. There was some things where he's like, yeah, he's a cheat code. What can you do against that? What can you do? I mean, Josh Giddey had those moments too at times, but SGA had more of them. David saying, I'll update it today around 2 once I'm done my schedule for the next month. David, take your time at this point. But yeah, if you can get that to that point, and if you can, put it in the comment section, because I know that our competitors that play the trivia like to see what's going on with the standings. And in some ways, we need to release the standings to them regularly so that they can see what's going on with the point differentials and stuff. Now, Trevor's saying, no trivia today, David, you're fired. He's not fired. He did message me last night. He said, what are we doing for trivia tomorrow? And I said, no, don't worry about it, man. I'm watching along the Australia game. You do not have to worry about writing any trivia right now. And it's all good. So we're good this week. And, in some ways, it's going to be like this going forward with the WNBA and playing in Toronto in the summer. There's going to be a lot less off-season schedule going forward. There will be less trivias in the future because I'm going to do previews and reactions to WNBA games in the summer soon. So that's going to be very interesting when we get on that schedule. Yeah, let's see. Blackhawk saying, hey, David, can I give you a Porter bribe for 50 points? No, and no. You guys don't even try and do that, Neil. Alan's saying RJ is a beast. I like that. Cool Cat saying, is it wrong of me to covet Coach Jordy? I've always wanted him to be our Raptors coach. I love his IQ and unpredictable way of coaching. Keeps teams guessing despite our starting five. That's fine, but don't covet him over Darko. I mean, listen, those were our last two candidates to possibly hire. I think that it could have been like this. If we hadn't hired Darko, we'd hired Jordy instead. It could very well be that the coach of Team Canada would have been Darko Rajakovic. That's how crazy it was. In some ways, I wondered when we were doing our coaching search for Canada, the Raptors after Nick Nurse and his bullshit. We took so long doing it. It could have very well been because of the all of a sudden decision by Nick Nurse to not be the coach of Team Canada last summer, that Rowan Barrett Sr. kind of piggybacked on some of Masai and Bobby's interviews for the coaching job for the Raptors. It could very well be is like Rowan said, hey, I don't have a lot of time. Who did you guys interview and who was good? We really like Jordy Fernandez. You should go talk to him. That kind of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do this, Cool Cat. We've got our coaches in the right places for where they need to be. And, don't do this. This is what they talk about in the Bible. Don't covet thy neighbor's wife. Isaac saying Spain's Rudy Fernandez left the game after he collided with another player versus Greece. Yeah, I don't like to hear that. In some ways, we want him to be healthy to be able to finish his Olympic career because this is probably his last Olympics. Yeah, Alan's saying, how many points RJ and SGA score? I don't know exactly, Alan. I think RJ got 24 and SGA probably got around 21. Angry saying, I'm surprised the Australian coach took Giddey and Exum off the court with them being the best playmakers for those possessions, and surprised they didn't foul down by 7 with 23 seconds to go. Well, the FIBA game doesn't play like the NBA game. In fact, you can get in big trouble trying to do those fouls to stop the clock and just shoot free throws. If you notice, not a lot of people have been doing that in the FIBA competition. They just play, and if you have the shot to play it that way, in some ways that's respectable because everybody moans and groans about the drawn-out last 5 minutes of an NBA game because it's hacking and fouling and putting them on the line just to try and get more chances. It's kind of really annoying and boring, and that's maybe one of the differences in the FIBA and the NBA game that we like. Is that there's none of this hack fouls at the end of the game to try and draw it out and try and win that way. Nah, they weren't going to do that because that's not FIBA style. And they don't do that in this setting. They just don't. Cowboys saying Chicago won that trade for sure. I think you're right. Caruso, in some ways, he's been in the league for a while and he's going to start dropping off at some point, right? Nako saying Caruso trades fine. But they would have got a better package had they traded Caruso sooner. Yeah, I think Chicago's been failing left and right, and the Levine saga is very symbolic of it. Blackhawk saying, yeah, ain't wrong, Cool Cat, but we better off with separate coaches considering our rebuild. See, I think Darko's the better coach for the Raptors still because in some ways, listen, Darko has the guys already. In some ways, Jordy could get the guys too. But listen, y'all need to just stop being turncoats. In some ways, what y'all are doing is the first little unraveling of people turning on Darko and started saying, Kukat can start this bullshit. And all of a sudden people are saying, yeah, we want Jordy to coach the Raptors instead of Darko. No, I ain't having this. So y'all stop this shit right now. Seriously. Darko is our coach. I believe in Darko. Darko's doing a great job. And just stop this shit. Seriously. This stuff is unnecessary. We got Jordy coaching Canada. We're very proud and grateful for that. He's the coach of the Nets, y'all. So stop crossing wires and getting this bullshit out here, because it's unnecessary stuff in Raptors Nation that we don't need. And y'all can mushroom up some bullshit and it could get out of hand. So just to stop this right at the bat right now and stop this kind of talk. And seriously, I'm not having this. I'll protect Darko just like I protect our front office. And y'all being like kind of like shading Darko, like not totally. Don't do that. Seriously, don't do that. You're going to get my ire. You seriously will. Angry Mexican saying congratulations to Canada. Yeah, there you go. NAFTA in effect. Listen, we love Mexico. In some ways, the U.S. bugs both of us. And it's like, yeah, Mexico, let's be buddies. Come on. If y'all get a team in the NBA, if Mexico City gets a team in the NBA, that'll be fantastic. That'd be awesome. And then all of a sudden, we can have a Canada-Mexico matchup, Raptors versus Mexico City's team. That'll be so fun. And I know it's going to happen in the next 10 years. I'll bet you money there will be a team in Mexico City. Cool Cat saying if Scotty embraces his power and strength and constant aggression like RJ, that would be a Raptors power duo killing the NBA. I will wear my Norm jersey at the Pro-Am game. Cool. So you're going to go down there and check out the Pro-Am game and see Norman. Yeah, I like to hear that he's coming to this side of the border and making an appearance as a Raptors champion alumni. Yeah, I told you guys this earlier. I'm saying if Scotty can emulate RJ on his force and his drives to the basket, we're going to be in good shape. We're going to be in good shape. He can learn some pointers from him, learn some flopping from Kelly Olynyk, and learn how to drive from RJ Barrett. That's right. Stargate saying at Cool Cat, I always looked at Jordy as a mini Eric Spoelstra, extremely technical and strategic, especially defensively. He's a great coach. I'm not going to diss any of our coaches. So there's no reason to elevate one and put down another. And Jordy's a great coach. I'm really happy that he is in there, and he's done a great job in a really quick time. I mean, seriously, he's only been the coach of Canada for just over a year, guys. And his resume with Canada is amazing. In some ways, he scooped just like Nick Nurse scooped from Dwayne Casey. Yeah, Nick, you could have been this guy representing Canada and stuff, but you can't. No, in some ways, that's probably a huge regret for Nick Nurse. Maybe he doesn't regret walking away from the Raptors, but the situation and how things went down and him losing the illustriousness that's coming towards Team Canada right now, yeah, he probably has a nagging regret about that. And especially seeing their success going forward. In some ways, he's very proud of them and happy for them. I know he is. But at the same time, he was the guy who was supposed to be sitting there instead of Jordy. Well, you fuck around with your life, Nick. You get what you get. That's what you get. That's right. That's right. Fiercely saying RJ applied pressure. That's right. We want that pressure on the Raptors. Take it to the rim, barbecue. That's what I'm saying. Blackhawks saying South Sudan game gave the U.S. a good workout. Now, that was in the friendly. Let's see what happens when they play each other for real very soon. They're going to play each other the next day. It'll be South Sudan versus USA in the official Olympic game. Now, that first game was the friendly where USA only beat them by 1. Let's see if South Sudan could change that. Let's see. Yeah. Cowboys saying Africa is going to be awesome sooner than later in the Olympics. And for the Raptors, great job, Masai. Yeah. I mean, there's always been gatekeeping on certain ways with Africa as a continent and the different countries on Africa. And well, if they've opened the gate and Masai Ujiri is part of that, maybe that is part of the reason why people are trying to hold back certain things about Africa coming on the scene. I'm all about it because I know the Raptors have a leg up over the rest of the NBA because of Masai Ujiri. That's right. That's right. Blackhawk saying Masai is up to around 10 courts built out of the 100 courts target, at least. That was what I last heard. I don't know if Sudan is included in the 100, but it will take some time to complete them. That's good information. Yeah, I mean, he's been putting courts all over the place. He put that one in Edmonton. It's actually considered one of the courts for Giants of Africa. But yeah, it's going to be over time. Shaq Lindsay's back. All right, I want to see what Shaq Lindsay's saying. I'm really impressed with RJ's growth. His passing and shooting has improved. Yeah, it looks real good, Shaq Lindsay, and we're proud of our guy for our Raptors. It's going to be a fun year coming up this year. Stargate saying teams like Australia and Serbia will be bad matchups for Kelly. Teams like France are a better matchup for a guy like Kelly. I'll agree with this. That seems right. Troy Henry saying, good looking out, Cowboy. There you go. Blackhawk saying Australia has long wingspan and height. Defeating Australia helps us to prepare for the USA. We also need a strategy to beat Germany. Well, it depends on who we're going to get and when we're going to get them. I'm sure we'll have to face Germany and the U.S. at some point, but that's not for sure yet. We'll just have to see how the knockout pools get drawn and how they're going to be. Yeah, Cool Cat saying Luol Deng, excellent job for South Sudan national team. Giants of Africa is helping South Sudan. Takes time. Lots of African countries. Yeah, yeah. That blew me away when I heard that stat. They don't have a single indoor court, and they're in the Olympics. That is amazing. Cool Cat saying Siakam also planning courts for his Cameroon camp, Skills Academy too. He did Toronto first though, and his own personal court for his workouts. Yeah, it's that court that I've seen Siakam on in recent weeks. That PS court, is that in Toronto? So is he actually in Toronto with that court, Cool Cat, that practice court? Are you saying he did his one in Toronto, his practice court? I know he did the court in Kensington. He did that court down in Augusta, south of Kensington Market. But are you saying that his own practice court at his house? See, I'm wondering if that if he's still coming back to Toronto, he's in Toronto at his house in off of Bathurst there. Is he there? And that's where that court is what I'm wondering. Shannon saying I like Jordy for Team Canada and Darko for the Raptors. Yeah, I like that setup. Listen, we really messed up when we had Nick and both, and it really hurt the Team Canada team unnecessarily when Nick sabotaged the Raptors in his last year of coaching us. And in some ways, it was just not. It was really bad. We had to make that switch. So that's why you want to keep them separated. You really do want to keep them separated. And honestly, I just love that our two favorite teams are coached by two of the young hotshots in the coaching realm of basketball. That Darko and Jordy are the big names on the rise in the coaching ranks, and they're in the right places, coaching our teams, Team Canada and Raptors, and the Brooklyn Nets. Yeah. Yeah, let's see. Shaq Lindsay saying, I love OG, but looking back at the trade, that was a steal. Yeah, I mean, listen, I can talk about this, and I know Knicks Nation is here because Shannon is here. I think that the biggest thing about that trade that makes it the Raptors won is Malachi Flynn. I'll continuously say this. There were three things traded to two sides. Three things. They got OG, Precious, and Malachi. We got RJ and Emmanuel, which is two starters. They got one starter. And then we got a draft pick that ended up turning into that draft pick was Mobo, guys. So Jonathan Mobo is that other pick. So that's amazing. That is an amazing haul. We got Scotty's best friend, two starters for OG, Precious, and Malachi. That's basically the deal right there. So, and Malachi's not even in the league at this point. Nobody's signing him. He's gone. He's done. If somebody picks up Malachi before the end of this offseason and he's in the NBA next season, I'll be shocked. I will be shocked right now. Seriously. OG's a fantastic player, and the Knicks got a really, really good game decider. But we got two starters. And we got Scotty's best friend. It's crazy. Blackhawk saying Luol using his own money for South Sudan. Shout out to the Lakers for paying Luol $72 million. Hey, listen, whatever you got to do. I mean, a lot of those guys classically from Africa did that. Dikembe Mutombo, oh my gosh, the amount of money he put back into Africa and the Congo where he was from. And then Manute Bol was very much famous for giving his whole entire fortune from his NBA earnings back to Sudan to try and help it out. In fact, he gave so much back to his home country. He was poor when he died. He was broke and he couldn't pay his medical bills after he got in that taxi cab accident. So it's crazy. Like that's how giving these guys are. They come from those countries over there and they want to give back and they give their whole fortune back. Now Mutombo didn't do that, but Manute did, and he was penniless. And Charles Barkley had to raise money to help pay his hospital bills after he was in that accident with a drunk cab driver that wrecked. His cab driver was drunk, got a DUI, wrecked, and broke both his legs, and it really, really hurt Manute Bol's rest of his life. It's a really sad story, man. Really, really sad story. Seymour saying, big up the dunk champion, pickleball champion, bridge champion. Yeah, we got a couple different champs on this channel. Blackhawk saying that's good on Siakam is needed in Cameroon. Yeah, in some ways it's awesome. The Giants of Africa, the Basketball Without Borders, the What If Unlimited, Precious. There's so many different good camps and things happening over there. They're giving more and more opportunities to young people over there to come over here like Ulrich Shamshay. That's right. Shamshay, baby. That's right. And there's a lot of articles that have been out in the last couple of years saying Shamshay is the next big, huge player from Cameroon to be big time. In some ways, it was an insult to Siakam, but it is true. I think that Shamshay is a real deal. He's coming up. Yeah. Alan's saying USA isn't that big. It depends where you're talking about, what position. They're pretty big. They're pretty big. Shaq Lindsay saying, is RJ best suited to be a 2 or a 3? I prefer him to be at 2 because I always like having a big lineup. And the fact that he could play 2 is awesome. So utilize it. If you can, have a big lineup out there. Put him at, put Emmanuel as the only guy that's smaller than him out in the court for the Raptors, and that's a nasty lineup. Because in some ways, Scotty's playing the 1, and Emmanuel's playing the 2, and then RJ's kind of playing the 3, but on defense, he's playing the 2 on defense. Think about that. That's where you work it out. Scotty is the point guard, or our Emmanuel. They kind of switch back and forth, but RJ's considered the 2 guard on defense, even though Scotty may be playing the backcourt with Emmanuel on offense. So that's the way I kind of look at it right there. Yeah. Cool Cat saying, Lex, for the record, remember, I always wanted Jordy. I'm not a turncoat. I'm not saying it because of Team Canada's success. I read his thesis and his personality, youth, unpredictable ability. Give me points. I know, but you know what I'm trying to do. You know what I'm doing here. This is a information channel, and I'm trying to start good, positive things for the Raptors. I'm not trying to start any controversies. So don't even go here with this. You can say you like Jordy, but don't talk about him coaching the Raptors. How about that? How about that? How about that? Because honestly, there's too many people that aren't on the same page with us on Darko. And you could start all kinds of bullshit if you go around in spaces and start saying, I wish Jordy was the coach of the Raptors instead. So don't even start. Let's just be proud of Jordy and his accomplishments with Canada and just leave the Raptors out of the conversation. I'm not going to say you're a turncoat or anything. I'm just going to say don't fucking mix things up, because that's Nick Nurse and the thing that happened with that. That's all I'm saying here. I like Jordy too. I read his thesis stuff too. I get what you're saying. I love Jordy's personality, and his whole thing is about, if you're not moving on the court, you're not working. That's something that is important as a basketball coach. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just that let's not open up this whole bullshit about he should be coaching the Raptors. No, don't even open that up. No, I'm sorry. Cowboys saying Chef Darko is the fucking man, the perfect coach for us. Let's go. That's right. That's right. Don't even start this. Don't even touch the thread. I don't even want you to touch that thread. That's right. Shaq Lindsay saying the real villain, Dylan, looks good with RJ. Do you think it's possible if we can trade Brown for him? Bruce Brown for Dylan Brooks? That'd be awesome. But I don't think that the Rockets would value that trade. I think Fred VanVleet would say, no, I want Dylan on my team. In some ways, he's like, I'd much rather have him on my team than be playing against him. I would love for Dylan to show up on the Raptors. If that could happen anytime at any point, that would be awesome, especially if Chris is still around. Chris Boucher's on the team still. It'd be fantastic. Are you listening, Masai? I don't know how you can do this, but if you could get Dylan Brooks to the Raptors, that would be really, really good. It may be tough to do, though. Very, very tough to do. Cool Cat saying, just patiently waiting for USA versus Canada. Neighborly, friendly war will be the best. Murray will be ready by then. Trust me, he's on a load management. Nate has experience in load management. You're talking about Bjorngren or Mitchell? Yeah. I mean, it's load management, but it's also ramping up. It's ramping up. They're ramping him up. In some ways, he could hurt us because he's not totally 100%. So you got to figure out the right amount of minutes. Jordy said 19 minutes is the magic number right now. So we'll see. We'll see. There's no guarantees that Murray's going to be ready for that game, but I hope he is. I really do. Shannon saying Raptors won that trade by a pretty good margin, in my opinion. OG is a great fit, but getting 2 young impact starts in a pick, Masai ate Leon's lunch, in my opinion. Wow. Okay. See, Shannon. All right. Listen, I don't mind your take on that. Seriously. That's all right. I'm going to give you a dunk for that, because honestly, I was trying to stand up, but in some ways it's like, you know what it is? They really don't pay attention to, you got the Scotty Barnes 4, by the way. They don't pay attention to RJ in this trade. They really slight RJ. And I know how much you love him. It's like they always kind of put him in the back and like kind of like, RJ's involved in this and you're not giving his value into this. I don't know. It's a weird thing. The NBA does this to RJ. They have done this to him even when he was on the Knicks, even though he's on the most premier media city to be put on blast. And still, he seems like he gets slighted. So I think that's part of it is people don't respect RJ Barrett properly. And that's why they just blanketly say the Knicks won that trade on the state side. A lot of people say that, but they got to realize RJ and Emmanuel, oh my gosh, that's 2 starters for us. And that's a really big, big impact. Yeah, Cowboys saying, thank you, OG. Yeah, we love OG. We always will love OG no matter what. Cowboys saying, Masai is like Chef Ramsay, the best front office in the league. Yeah, I won't disagree with that. Cool Cat saying the goal is to have a success in Africa with the Basketball Africa League, economic boost to the continent. A few could go to the NBA League. I'm for staying in African continent and build up as a powerhouse league too. Listen, this is great in all kinds of ways. Infrastructure and economics increased and better things for people and having better opportunities in those countries over there is fantastic. And some people are going to be haters. Some of them may be racist, and that's why. In some ways, I think it's awesome. I think it's amazing. And I want more and more facilities and more stuff going on over there. Seriously, good stuff. Maybe that hit piece by ESPN in the last week is trying to derail it or cause problems for it. Well, I don't think it's successful. I don't think it's successful. I'm saying Canadian bigs, Olynyk, Powell, Birch, and Lyles. That's right. And if you're asking me to rank those guys in this game, Powell's number 1, Birch is number 2, Lyles number 3, and Olynyk not the best today. Not the best today. Cowboys saying Shamshe's chanting. A Masai Pig. Love this young kid. He was playing with the Scarborough Shooting Stars. He wasn't playing. He was at the court side. He was the MVP and watching the game. That's right. Cool Cat saying, I always wanted my villain Dylan Brooks on the Raptors, but I think time is running out for that vision. I don't think so. In some ways, the Rockets could be very weird in how they shed their skin as a team in the roster. In some ways, they went so vet last year to fix the youngsters. In some ways, they may be like, you know what, we can kind of switch things around because they still have a lot of youngsters and there's going to be room for them to grow into. And maybe they're like, you know what, it could very well be like something that happened in Memphis where they're like, yeah, we're going to ask you to leave now. Who knows? We don't know what Dylan could do this season as far as villain Dylan stuff, where he wears out his welcome with M.A. Adoka. And he's kind of like, yeah, we love you, Dylan. You're fierce and you're fiery, but you just cost us the playoffs because you're crazy. You know, we don't know. Anything could happen with him. That's the craziest thing with him. And he was uninvited to be around the Grizzlies. He could be uninvited to the Rockets somehow, some way. Watch. See more saying Brooks for Brown. That could work. I love it. I mean, if we could do that straight up, that's a dream come true. And maybe Brown does really fit the Rockets roster and what they're trying to do down there. Maybe they should really seriously consider it. I don't know. They probably look at Dylan Brooks and his value is crazy. And it's not helping that Dylan Brooks is killing it at the Olympics and getting his value up right now. So it's not like making it any easier to try and trade to get him to the Raptors because he's playing so incredibly well right now. So yeah, Alan Tam saying, "Bam, son." Blackhawk saying, "I got my SGA and Dylan's Canadian jerseys." There you go; those are good purchases. And Cool Cat saying, "RJ's lack of kudos is because folks don't want to give too much Canadian stardom." I think that's true. I think that is very much true. I think that is exactly right. Smooth saying 30th anniversary logo for the Raptors looks very cool. You're talking about the dunking logo with the Raptor, or is there something new that just came out? Smooth. I'll have to see. All right, let's do the Instagram stories real quick. We got Emmanuel quickly. He's in Spain. He's got a beautiful pool he's in. It's very, very, very high class where Emmanuel is right now. Very, very cool. There he is working out at the Sanctuary, the NBA Players Association Sanctuary over in Spain, which is very interesting. It's showing him with other players in the league like Jaylen Brown and Nick Richards. They're out there working out with him also. So very, very cool. Boban's there too. Boban is there. Let's see who else. He's got a picture of a road. So he's taking pictures around Spain. And I'm sure Emmanuel may jump over and see what's going on with the Team Canada and his friends RJ and Kelly Olynyk at some point. Let's see what's going on. Legacy Scotty has got they're remembering Scotty Barnes' draft anniversary yesterday, him and Jalen Green. And the pictures of him in the private runs with Chris Boucher are on Chris Boucher's Instagram story still. And there's Chris Boucher working out at the OVO Center with the NOAA system behind him, putting up shots over his friend who has the stick, who's going to put it up high, so he has to shoot up high over him. Let's see. And Chris has got all the fun stuff. He's showing how to fold up a cereal box, and he wished that his mom knew that from before when he was younger, because you can fold up a cereal box a certain way. There's Jamison Battle on the Instagram stories with his buddy Luke or something. I don't know who that is. Precious has put on blast the Nigerian women's team in basketball. They're doing very well right now. So Precious proud of his home country and the Nigerian women. Norman Powell is celebrating Chase Budinger, who former NBA player who's playing for USA and beach volleyball at the Olympics right now. Very, very cool. And I think that Norman's friends with him because he's from San Diego. So they're from the same hometown. Norman not putting on blast that he's going to be at the Pro-Am yet, but I'm sure he will very, very soon. Wubbs showing a picture of him in action from Summer League. Jamal Shed is putting on blast some guy for Surge or something. I don't know what team that is. I don't know. He's got a lot of friends. He's always putting on blast. Kyle Edwards is his name. And there's a nice rookie picture of Mobo and Shed in their Raptor Reds. And he's also putting on blast. Who is that? I don't even know who that is. It's a football player. Maker getting his hair cut on his Instagram stories. Ulrich Shomshay is on the practice court wearing a Toronto Raptors basketball shirt. That is something that makes me very, 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 very happy. Let's see. Jonathan Mobo showing off his San Francisco teammates on his Instagram. And RJ Barrett put that on blast, that Puma advertisement in Eaton Center and Dundas Square. That is such a huge big deal. If you're from Toronto and you understand that advertisement space above the Eaton Center entrance at Dundas, you understand just how big time that is. If you're not from Toronto, you can't understand this. And RJ understands this, and that's such a big deal to him. It's such a big deal. Siakam very much deep in his black and white phase of photography in the summer, and he finally released the pictures of his coach Rick Carlisle taking pictures of him at his signing of his contract. And the Pacers fans think that their coach is a good photographer, is basically what's going on. Rick Carlisle is so goofy. He's so goofy. His Jim Carrey looking ass. And then Gary Trent Sr. has got an old man on a mobility scooter who is towing a boat. And he's saying Gramps is going fishing. That's some dedication right there. Yeah, I don't know if you can do that. Can you tow an entire boat with a mobility scooter? Not even a regular car. That's crazy to me, honestly. So, yeah, there's your Instagram stories right now. Ended up with Gary Trent Sr. and a guy on a mobility scooter dragging a boat. So crazy. Blackhawks saying we will have to give up players and picks for Dylan. MA loves Dylan and Fred because MA loves tough defensive players. Yeah, the price may be too high. And in some ways, Bobby may have already tried to discover what could be possible in this. And they be like, yeah, we're not doing this. They want too much. Yeah, Cowboys saying, haven't seen it yet. We'll look it up after. Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Alan saying next game is Friday against Spain, 11:15 a.m. Eastern time start. We will be here on live. And listen, yeah, the logo was unveiled 10 minutes ago. Okay, so they put it up. Let me go do a live reaction to it, guys. This is the Raptor Freak reacting to the brand new 30th anniversary logo. I want to see what it looks like. Come on, Instagram, load, my guy. Okay, there it is. It's purple. And it's the Raptor biting into the number 30 with the claw mark over the ball still. So it's marrying the old and the new, because we've got the new Raptors logo with the clawed ball with the old dinosaur chawing on it on the end. I love it. That's a very good 30th anniversary logo. I like it. I like it. Good job, Raptors, with your official logo. There's me live reacting to it right there. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. James is saying we should send Brown to Houston for Dylan Brooks. Yeah, we said that 10 minutes ago. That's what we've been talking about the last 10 minutes, James. That's what we've been trying to say about Dylan Brooks coming to our team. Yeah, alley-oop to Lex. Great job from Cowboy. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll regain my 100 dunks since I lost a dunk for singing Celine Dion yesterday. But rightfully so. It was horrible singing, and I deserve to lose a dunk. Shaq Lindsay saying have to give up a pick to get him, but Dylan would embrace his role. Well, this may be like we talked about in recent days. The Raptors on their schedule for how they're rebuilding their team is maybe Dylan Brooks is an add-on near the end when we're getting closer to the championship. That's what I would say right there. So maybe we keep him in our periphery. We kind of think about him and see what his situation is with what's going on with him. And when we're in a better position to compete at a higher level, and it's shown that our young guys are proving themselves, then we go and say, hey, Dylan, you want to join the Raptors and kind of help us try and win our second championship ever. That's what I think is the way you do it. You don't go get them right now. Let them do a couple years. And when we're closer, when we've moved up the escalator in the NBA because we've progressed with our young barbecue, then you go get Dylan Brooks. That may be one of those moves right there. Neil saying RJ is under the radar, and I'm totally fine with it. Let everyone big up SGA and Scotty. Everything that RJ does will look like he's playing over a ceiling. I agree with this. And once again, I feel like in New York he was over scrutinized, and it's a little bit less pressure and more fun for him to play without such a microscope over him, magnifying glass. They're really watching him. Like, really, every little thing was scrutinized about him in New York when he played for the Knicks. So now he has a little bit of breathing room and not feeling so judged. And that may be part of the reason why he can play a little more loose and he may get more results, is because of that right there. But you know what? In some ways, he's not going for the glory. He really isn't. The glory goes all to God, his creator, and his teammates. He puts them ahead of himself too. So it's just how he is. Cowboys saying later, Lex and Dap and Raptor Freaks. Have a great and safe day. Let's go, Canada. Thumbs up from Alan. And Shaq saying Scotty and Dylan would be scary on defense. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun. I think that Dylan Brooks playing for the Raptors needs to happen at some point before the end of his career. It needs to happen for us here in the city. It needs to happen for his people from Mississauga. It needs to happen for him, because in some ways he's getting so up to play for Team Canada. He'd probably do the same for his community back here in the 416 and the 905. So yeah, I would love it. I would love it so much. All right, let me see. Did I forget anything? Oh, there's birthdays today. There's one birthday. And is Malaza still here? Because I want to do a big birthday shout out to Carlos Arroyo, former Raptor and Puerto Rican great in the history of the Puerto Rican national team. Carlos Arroyo's birthday is today, guys. And he is 25 years old today. Or not 25. He's 45 years old today. So happy 45th birthday to Carlos Arroyo. There you go, Malaza. If you're still here, we're giving respect to a great icon in the Puerto Rican history of basketball. Yeah, there you go. All right, that's it, guys. I'm done. I'm out. It's over 3 hours. Longest stream I've done in quite a while. That's for sure. Yeah, Race Mo's saying, have a great day, Lex and crew. Edmund always shows up right at the end. He's like, he's the checkered flag. He's like, here you go, Lex. Lexathon in effect. And then he gives me the checkered flag right at the end. I love you, Edmund. And say hey to your boys and everybody. Yeah, Blackhawk saying I would make Dylan a Raptor now. Just how much we give up. Yeah, I don't know. In some ways, it's not time. It's not time. We got to let that barbecue cook. Slow roast it real good in the barbecue cooker, the smoker outside. Let that thing smoke for a while. If there's one thing I learned from growing up in the South, you got to let that barbecue smoke for time, because it'll taste better if you put time into it. Let's just put it that way. Peace out, Black Hog. Y'all, thanks for watching me. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share, and be a member of the channel if you feel like it. Membership does have its privileges. Good job, Canada, winning a 10-point win over Australia today. We'll react to it again tomorrow. So if there's more you want to talk about in this game tomorrow, well, we'll be back at 9:30 tomorrow to go over the box score. I'll go over it very diligently and talk about all the current news for the Toronto Raptors and Team Canada basketball at the Olympics, and also any WNBA Toronto news, stuff like that. That's what we do on this channel. Thanks, guys. Peace out, Blackhawk. Let's go, Canada. We beat Australia. True North wins and beating Greek too.